The layer's a hard place to live. Real hard. Ain't no soft landing nowhere in it. Smiling at you like it already know your name, already in the room when you walk in. That's the slings and arrows, you don't hear them fly, you just feel that sting and wonder where it came from. Whole layer wrapped in dark mystery. Old magic in the walls. Wizards whispering deals they don't keep. Dragons watching from the shadows, counting bodies like loose change. Succubus love looks sweet at first, then you wake up lighter than you went to sleep. Heart tax, soul pawn. It's war out here. Quiet war. Betrayal wears silk and smile real nice. Same cats break bread with you. Be the one selling your name 2 streets over. This whole thing a stone cold trip, baby. No fair fights, no refunds. So whatever shield you walk around with, it better be battle tested. Not shiny. Not shiny. Not fresh out the armory, I'm talking chip paint. Bent edges. Blood you couldn't wash off even if you tried. Cause the layer don't care how fly you look in your armor. They care what's still holding when the smoke drifts off. If you still here tomorrow, still breathing, still standing on your square, then yeah, you's a bad mother. Shut your mouth.
Layer.
What up, party people? Your dreams have now been fulfilled. Get out your seat and let's get ill. Broadcasting live from the West Coast, Oakland, California, to be specific. You are in the layer and I am the night. Let's get to it. Yeah. The other day we looked at Raw B conversation. I tuned into a little piece of sales conversation. And the conversation now is that instead of you needing 4,000 watch hours, evidently you need 8. So what I want to do is look into that before we get into this thing I didn't finish the other day, which was a conversation about the debate between Candace Owens and Andrew Wilson. I've seen Andrew Wilson on the podcast with all the young ladies, and somebody let me know that's hearing this what that podcast is. I always forget it, but it's like a White Fresh and Fit. And he runs all through them with the philosophical blah, blah, blah that Myron does and everybody else does, you know. I've been on a panel with him one time at Serve Raging Tomato, and he went into this whole thing about how, you know, he was being passive aggressive and subtle about how dumb black people are, me in particular. Because I said stoic instead of stoic. I think I said stoicism and he said stoicism. So because of the little, you know, the BS, people understood what I was saying. These people are battling you for social media supremacy. I'm going to say it again. Most of the time, the people that you're talking to are battling you. You're not even in the battle, but they're battling you for social media supremacy. I'm not in the battle. I just do my thing. I don't come over here and say, what I'm talking about is so much deep. Yeah, because it's not that deep. Because I'm not thinking that deep about it. I hear people argue for the conservative side and the liberal side. I think based on what the people say, the consensus is both sides is fucking you. One is a little softer. They may lube you up, and the other one is a little rougher. They call that infantilizing, and they call that escapism. If I give enough people crumbs and substandard living and whatever else, but they living, you could say, hey, we doing X, Y, Z. When I was younger, we moved around a lot to not one housing authority apartment building, but multiple. And all of them had issues. Whether it was roaches, mold, it was always something. Always. In fact, that's how me being really young, I remember paint matching, cut a piece out of the wall, see what color this paint is, take it back then, it was standard brand, and let them do a color match because we finna paint over this graffiti or whatever that's in front of the house. We got a dirt patch in front of the house. Go get some seeds. We want a little patch of grass right there. People knocking trees down and snatching them out the ground. Go get a little plant from Home Depot or somewhere, little tree, and replant it. My mother, was into the beautification of things. I don't completely know Candace Owens' perspective on a lot of things. I believe she's a conservative. I believe Andrew Wilson is a conservative as well. And I don't know what her actual argument is about Charlie Kirk, even though I may have listened to it. I think these are like triggering conversations. And if you can have the conversation where it sounds like you're making sense, that's when you become a good panelist. More recent times, I'm staying off so many panels. I'm not on so many panels no more. I'm still clear. Because I think if I'm there too much, somebody gonna have to be disrespectful and do the most, and I don't really want to do the back and forth. I think that shit is dumb. Especially now that we've known each other for this many years. You just want to snap. I don't want to snap on you. I don't want to get into a barking match. I will get into one, but I don't want to. A little boring. It's a little boring. I was watching Dean and AB. I thought they were being swatted, but they said they wasn't being swatted. So I don't know. It was a raid. They went in there and ransacked the place, had them all go outside. For a moment there, they thought they was going to kick the door in. It was a lot going on. Then when they were leaving, they told them, don't go in until we all drive off. Which is interesting. If they didn't do anything, and they said they didn't do anything from the get-go, and y'all just did what y'all did without warrants and nothing else, and then y'all that's abuse of authority. They had them out there like they were straight up criminals and gave them some kind of bogus story about gambling spots and whatever else. They just did this to Neon and Young Thug. Then I saw a little clip where you got Neon back around. I don't know if that was before or after, but they making these snake sounds. I can't keep up with all this. It's when the streets merges with streaming. Isn't that a trip? You took all that time to learn how to rap or be a fashion designer and all that other stuff to get away from the streets to make money and still be in the streets. But what was the money for? Um, I want to see the new YouTube rules for getting monetized. The new rule. Oh, when the highlight blank can only mean one thing. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Instead of 5,000 subscribers and no, instead of 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours, now you need 1,000 subscribers and 8,000 watch hours. YouTube's massive monetization update. YouTube's new monetization rules mean the clock is ticking. You got 171 days. 2 days ago. Most of you will never get monetized now. YouTube monetization update. That's 2 days ago. This is 22 hours ago. How to get monetized on YouTube in 2026, 4 months ago. So this is not talking about the new rules. So it's a couple of ones talking about the new rules 22 hours ago. It's TV now. YouTube just doubled the YouTube watch time required to qualify for the YouTube Partner Program. But the bigger story isn't new. Um, Instead of 5 and 3,000, now it's 1,000 and 8,000. I think it's the same strategy, just intensified, double down on it. Do more shorts, do a lot of short form, and do long form. Do all three. And then check those other platforms out. Check out Rumble, Kick, Twitch, TikTok, X, Facebook, IG. Y'all know. Have a bunch of coals in the fire. So see, let me go to Think Media, where I originally started trying to understand this YouTube stuff. So, breaking YouTube just changed monetization, new opportunities to earn and change to the YouTube Partner Program. And then if you are monetized already, you gotta do all the stuff, man. Because people don't want 9 to 5s no more. So you got to do all the stuff. All the stuff they say don't work no more. You got to do all that stuff. You want a lot of irons in the fire. So drop shift, merchandise, affiliate links, all of that. All the little dribs and drabs. And then maybe some will pop off and you'll have your clothing brand and it won't just be the people that go from my channel to this channel to that channel. We was having a conversation the other day about my thumbnails having some kind of deeper meaning than what they do. No, they're just art. They're just art to me. This is the Night Slayer 510. The original Night Slayer was purely medieval times. And then when you think about medieval times, what is that? Sorcery and dragons and all of that stuff. So that fits within the realm of whatever. They look at that and they say, well, that's this. And you know that because you took a deep dive to try to figure out, what does this mean? No, it's just a skull and a spine and some wings. Then what's behind that? Some dragons, because it's medieval times, and knights fighting with each other. So from an artistic perspective, death is in the air. I could call that art piece that. I try to do different things. As you see tonight, the thumbnail is a bird. It should say TGIA. Because thank God it's any day. But let's go to Think Media. They got some timestamps. YouTube monetization. We already heard what that is. 10 things you need to know. YouTube doubled the entire bar for the premium revenue. Not all monetization. My thing about whether it was 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours or whatever it is, they still taking 30%. So work hard to, let them take 30%. No. If you mess with your boy, hit that Cash App, hit the PayPal, hit the Venmo. I can eat off that today. And I believe YouTube should get paid, and a lot of people really can only pay through the super chat. And I'm thankful for whatever you send to the super chat. Somebody was saying the other day, something about being appreciative. I got some 2 hours and some jewels and $2 and some jewels. I don't know what them jewels is worth, but shout out to that. I got some Cash Apps that was $2, whatever. Thank you for that. No, don't nobody owe nobody nothing. Don't nobody owe nobody nothing. All I can do is hope you enjoy the sound of my voice, enjoy my little AI art, you enjoy my little songs. You know what I mean? Nothing more than that. Hello, Mariah. Hello, SD. Kill. Yeah, I'm not saying I'm going to stop hitting panels. I'm saying I'm not going to go to too many panels all that often. I might be in the chat howling at you, but I'm not going on panels all that often. It's no real, I don't gain anything really from the panels I've been on. If I think I can gain, like I ain't been a flow state panel in a minute, but at flow state, you know what I'm saying? Everybody I get over there, they come over here, then we get all super pro black. Why you got that white boy up there? Why you got that gay dude up there? I'm not gay. And I'm not white. People can repetitively say that. I don't even think I look white. we were talking about something the other day, and I want to say that was Lord ADS that said I don't like black features because I think that Teyana Taylor looks weird. Sir, I have a big black nose. I have big black lips. I love myself. I love my mama. I love my sister. I love my cousins. They all look black like me. That's not the issue. Nidus, why you been alone all this time? My shit is not together. It ain't even that complicated. It's easy to get vagina. I don't just want to use nobody. My shit ain't together. It's been discombobulated most of this time. And the story's already been heard. I got a fixer that I still think to this day, even though I'm finna be about, it's a beautiful place, beautiful bones. Uh, when I hear people come in here, they don't have no imagination. The object of the game has not changed. The object of the game is to obtain and maintain. So what did they do? They make maintenance be ridiculous. Um, I think you have to compete with the lie that they say that you are. I don't want to compete with it. I roll with it. I don't want to compete with it. I just roll with it. Hello, Angel. I don't want to compete with it. I'll just roll with it. Nidish is a fuck nigga. Nidish did this. I don't know, y'all. I don't know if you're a fuck nigga. I know you're annoying most of the time, most of y'all. Because y'all stay on the same whiny fuckery. And then y'all try to flip that shit on a night and go, you complaining. No, I'm talking about something that actually happened. It's the difference from complaining and saying a historical event that happened. I mean, y'all see me every day. I'm on this bitch every day, sometime twice a day, sometime twice a day. Do I look like I'm because they try to hit you with the angry old man? Who am I angry with? They try to hit you with everything, man. And I think they call that feeding the trolls. Um, Picking battles. It's an interesting thing. Picking battles. Especially if I'm feeling good and I know I gotta have some kind of yelling contest with you, which I know is gonna mess up my high. We cannot have that. The high is too expensive. So then what's this other thing I saw recently? Lionel Richie says something about Usher and Chris Brown. Chris Brown responds to Lionel Richie's diss. Maybe I'll go see what that's about. Uh, it's a lot going on, though. It's a lot going on. Don't let it get to you, baby. Ain't that what Marvin said? Don't let it get to you, baby. I fall apart. Trouble man, don't get in my way. Hey. Let me see. Let me see. It's always something, man. It's always something. I know when the hotline bling. Y'all come on in the building. Let me see. Big Zaw. Me one thing. Ever since I left the city, you. Let me see. Ever since I left the city, you. And then they always want you to do some kind of serve. Hey, man. Hey, man. Hey, man. It ain't easy. Let me see. What's going on, Willing to Win? Yeah. Happy. Positive. Edifying. What's going on, TBE Trucking? Yeah. Matter of fact, we're going to be talking about two conservatives having a difference of opinion about Charlie Kirk. We're going to go over to the Flow channel, Powder Dusty, and let's check it out. Now, Dusty was going back and forth with Andrew Tate and his little following because, not Andrew Tate, Andrew Wilson, because Dusty be it Raging Tomato, and I think he cool with her. So when Wilson and the Tomato got into something, and Wilson left, he took some subscribers and whatever else, and Flo was on the Tomato side. So I don't think Flo really melts with Andrew Wilson like that. But we're going to get into it. Let's see what Flo has to say about this Candace Owens and Andrew Wilson thing. Let's start here.
All right, you heard it. It's on you. Next 20 minutes, that goes off at 7:50. All right, let's get back to this.
$1,000. And her fans' reactions were volatile, to say the least. She issued a strange counter that I needed to pay her $500,000 and that TPUSA needed to, quote, claim me. Now, I don't work for TPUSA, so I couldn't grant that concession, as it would have been a lie. She followed with an offer of me paying $300,000 to debate her at her home on the topic of if Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk and if he was a federal patsy or not. Obviously, this gives massive advantages to Owens, but I'm never one to back down from a debate challenge, even if I think the terms are fundamentally unfair.
That's a fucking lie. That's a fucking lie. I invited this man 3.5 years ago to debate me on what was it? This was before like we had established any sort of a relationship, right? I sent him an email. I said I'd like to invite you to debate objective versus subjective morality. He actually, not him, Mr. E responded to me at like 5 p.m. on the 4th of July and was like, he can do it tonight.
Hello, Snowfire. What's going on, Smitty?
I was like, well, we're already out at a family event. I can't do it tonight. But I'm not in a hurry. We can reschedule it for when, we both have time. And Mystery was like, well, he's very busy. And I said, I'm not in a hurry. I said, whenever it works. And it's been 3.5 motherfucking years. And still the only time, after all the back and forth and him, all the yada, 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 still never got my debate. 3.5 years later, he hasn't been able to make time, except for that one rushed ass little offer the 4th of July night, which actually, as we'll see in another videos, this is a tactic he does, right? He accepts people's offer right fucking now, so that he's prepped, right? He knows when he's going to press them, he knows when he's going to respond, but they're not prepped. That's the whole thing. Catch them off guard. Anyways, I digress. Let's get into it. Thank you, Lobster. We got 5 on it. My daughter's got $5 towards pencils.
For one to back down from a debate challenge, even if I think the terms are fundamentally unfair. We entered into negotiations, and during those negotiations...
Well, you set them up to be unfair, because if anybody's going back and forth with you or call you a clown, one of your minions is going to get him. The day I was talking to him, he sounds weird stuff. Grid 1 spent $100 to get me up out of there. So he can get you, his minions will spend some money. I think they're the Crucibles.
Negotiations, Joe Rogan contacted us both, asking to host our debate. This is perhaps something you guys don't know. Obviously, I thought that changed everything, as that would guarantee the biggest platform for both of us to make our case on neutral ground. Unsurprisingly to me, Candace Owens declined. No control, you see.
She's the control freak, right?
Insisted it be at her home still, even after Rogan said he would come in on his off day to do the debate, and I would still give her the $300,000. You would think if she was actually trying to change the minds of normies and reach a new audience, that's where she would go, but sadly, no. After many rounds of negotiation,
she can be like you and do what she wants to do. When you was over there with Sarah, Sarah made you the big dog. And like I said, even if she wasn't going along, but she was going along as long as y'all was connected with her else, then you got your minions too. So it'd be like, I see Dusty try to talk to you a couple times, and it's the same old rigmarole. And then you do this somber talking thing you do right here to, set up a smoke screen. Like I watched you had a debate with Coach Greg Adams, and you lost that. But your minion said that you beat him. I don't know how you think you beat him. So I've wondered what this Candace Owens thing is going to be like.
and a new moderator stepping in who assures us it'll be fair, we came to an agreement. I went ahead and sent the $300,000, and it has been confirmed by her staff. And
okay, the money's there. The money is there. That's what word on the street is
to us that it has.
I know that he's a liar, but I don't think he's this big of a liar, right? He's not going to lie just that bold face with something so easily provable false, right?
What's going on, 12th man? So this debate hasn't happened. This is a discussion about the potential of a debate. That's interesting. Flo, I like that you're doing the marketing better. Ow.
Blah, blah, blah. And stomps around for a little bit, for about, 10, 15 seconds. He's stomping around. We're outside. He's kind of like stomping around and pacing in circles, right? He's not looking at me. He's looking at his feet, and he's sort of stomping this direction, that direction, and telling me I'm a piece of shit. And he's not shaking my hand, and I talk shit on his wife, which I didn't. And then he storms inside. Gone. That's what Josh is referring to. I did a whole video kind of laughing at the situation. I'll drop the link in the chat. It's definitely worth saving and having a look at later. It's pretty funny. I'm not even like, hey, you know what? I may not have got the boring ass handshake that I went for, but what I did get was some fascinating fucking content. Fascinating content. So if you haven't seen it, save that link, set it aside, watch it later. It's only 15 minutes. Pretty entertaining. All right. Now let's get back to this guy. Heavy Duty Country. Don't know him. Never heard of him before this thing. He's calling out Andrew Wilson. He does look heavy duty and country, right? Little camo hat, release the files. He's got something big with a big scope in the background. That's probably a 30-06 or some shit. Punisher tattoo. This guy is the real fucking deal. Oh, he's got all sorts of pew-pews in the background. A couple of pistols. Yeah. All right, so let's see what he's got to say about Andrew. There's some interesting parts in here.
Is going to be debating this guy, Andrew Wilson, on the Charlie Kirk scenario. And the other day, I invited Andrew on my show. And after seeing how he is online, what a horrible attitude the guy has, just kind of seems like he hates his life. Nope, I said offer retired, but I will come on your show. He hits me up and says, I have time in 30 minutes. Mind you, I'm driving down to the coast of Texas for a bit.
Like I said earlier, exactly what the fuck he did to me when I hit him up and invited him to do an interview about objective versus subjective morality. He hit me up at like 5 p.m. on the 4th of July and was like,
So it's a setup to make it seem like y'all the ones that's tripping. Look like it. What's going on? Speak Radio. Good morning. TGIA. TGIF. Hey, man, I hope y'all have a beautiful Friday. Work don't overwhelm you. You're not frustrated. You feel peace. Relax. I lack attention. It's a lot of cats that look like this cat, though. It's a lot of cats that look like this cat, though. But I'll go along with what Andrew was saying. He has a level of authenticity to himself, right? We got some brothers out here that got a level of authenticity to themselves, too. When you get the face tat, when you get that thing right here, I agree with you, because that's a serious commitment. You're saying you're anti-cultural against society, and you're gonna get it out the mud. Because I don't know where you can get a job with that. A lot of the reason why, well, that's not true. It's one of the reasons why I didn't really, do the tattoo thing that much, is because I like mine to be discreet, because I want people to see this, recognizable mark on me and be able to go, oh yeah, he had this big thing on his face or this thing on his neck, or,
oh, he can do it now. So this is a thing that he does, right? This is a thing. We're over 100 watching. Please hit the like and subscribe if you have not done it yet. Welcome to my channel. I am the Powder Dusty, and we're just going over this fuck shit right here. Anyways, let's get back to it. He's apparently this is the first time that he
and shout out to Flo, because people used to say whatever they said to Flo. When I got back monetized this time, Flo was one of the first people to come over here, shoot me a couple dollars. It's been almost 3 years now that I've been hollering at Flo. Shout out to Flo. And most of the people over there. Snow is in the chat. She's from over there. The Labia Mister is over there. 10th Man is from over there. Sasquatch is from over there. Shout out to all them people that welcomed me in and didn't really trip out. Salute, salute, salute.
Has learned who Andrew Wilson is.
He hits me up and says, I have time in 30 minutes. Mind you, I'm driving down to the coast of Texas for a vacation. And I say, great, bro. I will give you 30 minutes. And he said, no, I need 2 hours. And then I said, you know what? I'll give you an hour. No prep time for me. No nothing. I was going to get on his live stream for an entire hour to debate him on this. And he didn't want to do it. So, Andrew, I just want to tell you, after you watch this, the offer is still there for 1 hour. I'm not going to sit on.
As my offer is still there 3.5 fucking years later. If you want to have the objective for subjective morality debate, I still would love to do it. Because I think that I can beat you. In fact, I know I can. Why? Because
Hopefully Flo's side is subjective. Hopefully Flo's side is he's going to argue that it's subjective.
Done it before without you even noticing. Hold on, I got to show you this. Damn it, where'd it go? I got to show you just the not the whole thing, just the finishing move, where even though he didn't ever accept my invitation to debate, I still got him on it. Check this out.
Can we all agree though that what we just demonstrated is that morality is subjective?
All right, so what you missed is
Yes, I knew Flo would pick the subjective side.
that there's a whole panel going on here, and Andrew just made a very, very, very strong case for subjective morality, arguing against somebody else without even having any idea what he was doing. They're self-contradicting.
All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed? The motion is adopted.
You're just gonna have to take my word for what happened up before then, because I'm not going.
So that's back when he was still over there on Sarah's channel, because that's who you see in the camera. You see Flo, you see Andrew, and you see Sarah. The tomato, dust, and the crucible.
All the way back to find you that shit. Let me play it again.
Can we all agree though that what we just demonstrated is that morality is subjective?
All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed? The motion is adopted.
All right, let me get back to it.
On a live stream for 2 hours while you chain smoke cigarettes, drink beer, and filibuster the whole time because you don't have any good points against mine. As far as I know, Candace is going to be debating this guy. So why don't we get to know it? Really, really solid alpha male. No, my opinion of Andrew is that he is a complete fraud. He has coined himself as this alpha male while being skinny fat, not being in the physical condition to protect a butterfly. And if you don't believe me, he couldn't open a fucking olive jar. Alpha male. Alpha male.
Come on, you can do it.
Put it right side up.
You can do it. You got this.
All right, bro. I can't do it. Here.
Oh, yeah, make fun of her.
This is a little immature. No.
And we're all familiar with the olive jar fiasco, right? Which is still amazing. Like, it's actually amazing that there is a grown man who cannot open an olive jar.
For
Hey, the guy
$1,000.
sent $10,000.
Yeah, but it seems slightly immature.
It's all fucking
It's just
slick now.
it's a little.
See, it
little
is.
I got to grip it.
Uh-oh, Andrew. If you can't open it either.
Well, your hand greased the whole top of it.
My hand or mine. Here, high five.
It
My
literally,
hand is fine.
it's look, feel it. Isn't that greasy?
It was like that already. Oh my God.
No, it wasn't.
Get a man a towel, see if that'll make a difference.
And you grease the top.
Use
Oh
your
my
shirt. Use
Jesus,
your
Andrew.
shirt.
If you can't open the olive jar, you cannot
Here,
blame my
while we're doing
hand.
olive jar.
If you're so strong, you should open it.
Yeah, I got to be able to grip it.
Okay, we'll grip it. Let's
It's
go.
literally slippery.
Uh-oh.
Can't even deal with the
Bro, he has been rubbing the top of that can with that shirt. If there was grease on it, it is gone now. He has dried the shit out of the top of
Use
that.
that
Andrew, if you can't open the olive jar, you cannot
Here,
blame my
while we're
hand.
doing olive jar.
If you're so
Oof.
strong, you should open it.
Yeah, I got to be able to grip it.
Okay, we'll grip it. Let's
It's
go.
literally slippery.
Uh-oh.
Can't even deal with the shirt.
Grab me a paper towel so I can dry the top of it off.
Oh, man. What an alpha male. Oh, my God. What do you do at home when your kids want a Capri Sun? You can't even jam a straw in there. Let's move on to his debate.
If you're a real alpha male like me, you jam the straw that Capri Sun through both fucking sides of it. I wish I had a can in my mini fridge to open to prove it, but I don't.
Capri Suns suck. Let's just keep it 1,000. And you can't tell what's in them. And I remember them showing something about some kind of blobby stuff up in it because you can't see through it really. Ugh.
Tactics. And then what I'm going to do, folks, is I'm going to give Andrew a couple of points on the Fed slop narrative that are so outlandish.
Hold on a second. What do we have here?
Shout out to Ronnie in the building. Salute, salute.
Strawberry jam. Do you think I can do it? Can I open it? If I can open it, first try. Let me make sure the top's dry. All right. I haven't warmed up at all. Oh, shit. Fuck, Andrew, that was easy. What a pussy ass motherfucker. Let's get back to it.
And I would love to hear why he believes him. So for those of you who don't know, Andrew is a self-proclaimed debate master. He's a master debater. And from what I've seen,
Good morning, Tootie Bug.
you ain't shit, bro. You came up debating OnlyFans women who have chose a path in life of sex work because they're probably not intelligent enough to do anything else. And you think you're some great debater because you did well against people like that? I think it would be weird if you didn't, but I also think
I honestly feel like some of these OnlyFans chicks are definitely smarter than Andrew. Yeah. Not everybody who sells pictures of their butthole on the internet is a moron.
99% of the population would do fantastic against these people. But the one time or one of the times where you actually met a chick who had a fantastic.
Hey, you know what? I just opened that jar like a champ. I need you people to clip it and make shorts out of it and tag Andrew in it. Let him know what a real fucking man does with a can of jelly.
What? Pause.
Not KY jelly like I'm sure he's used to. Those have little flip tops. Fucking queer.
Fantastic point to be made. What did you do, Andrew? You turned into a child because you have no emotional maturity. Your frame completely broke. Then you try to switch it back to something small, like you always do in your debates when you can't win the conversation. This is pathetic.
Well, I'll try to rephrase this. I'm going to reframe, and I'm just going to be totally honest with you. I will never be able to convince you of my worldview.
You won't.
I know. But the reason is not because I'm not a great orator.
Dusty's
or
does
I don't
shit.
make good points, or I haven't said things which should be compelling to a person. But Charlie, I just think honestly, you're too fucking stupid to understand them.
So Andrew, can I sell you on my
See, this is also the thing before I get further. Andrew talks in a way to where he acts like an internet tough guy, but I can promise you he's not going to talk to a man like this in person. It gets worse though. But this chick absolutely fucking cooks him.
worldview?
Oh.
Your wife has 3 baby daddies.
I hate that it turns to like violence. Just out intellectualize the guy. That's what the other big buff white guy, I forget his name, Watson. That's what he did. Was on stage with him and started talking about being tough and whatever else. I don't know what he's saying about the alpha male aspects of himself, but yeah. Can we restrain from just jumping right into the extremes? And I think that Andrew has a following that he has to be committed to. So I think he would try it. He wasn't really talking tough to Watson, but he was talking back to him. And I think if you're intimidated, you just stop. And then there's the other way where you just, maybe motherfucker can whip my ass, but I just want to put hands on him. maybe you do got squabble, but I got to get one. Yeah, I don't think very much about it though, but these people take it personally. These are the real life accountability people.
And has been married twice before.
And you
you
lick sniz.
Under your religion.
So if you haven't seen this whole clip, she's not bringing that up to talk shit on Rachel. She's bringing it up to point out that Andrew's own perspective and ideology and behavior would trash her for having 3 baby daddies. Basically, he's being a hypocrite, whereas her ideology accepts Rachel for having 3 baby daddies. And so she's actually trying to sell her point, not talk shit on his wife, but he comes completely unraveled.
But this chick absolutely fucking cooks him.
In my worldview,
Yes.
your wife has 3 baby daddies and has been married twice before.
And you
Under
you lick sniz.
Under your religion.
You lick
Great
sniz.
comeback.
What is that?
You're a fucking dyke. Don't talk shit about my wife, you stupid bitch. Shut your fucking mouth. Shut your stupid bitch mouth.
Your wife with the 3 baby.
What did I just say?
Your
Dyke?
wife with the 3
Sorry,
baby
I'm sorry,
daddies?
dyke. Is she morally inconsequential in comparison?
Look at this. Look at him do his little posturing. This is not straight man body maneuvers.
With the 3 baby.
What did I
daddies?
just say?
Your
Dyke?
wife with the 3
Sorry,
baby
I'm sorry,
daddies?
dyke. Is she?
He just turned into a whole angry black woman. He's probably scared Rachel's finna fuck him up when he gets home if he doesn't put a squash to this quickly. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, his feminist wife has a hand up his ass, working his mouth.
Morally inconsequential in comparison to your ditch licking?
Do the men that you try to
Do the women that you try
show
to?
your hatred
Do you
against
the
women
women
that
that you try
convince them
to?
that they shouldn't,
You know,
like,
Charlie, did
pursue
I bring
women? Do they know
Charlie?
that
Did I
your
bring
wife
your
is 5
family?
years older?
Did I bring any of your
You called
family
me
into
fucking
anything?
stupid.
Did I
You
say
called
anything
me
about
fucking
your
stupid.
family being stupid, Charlie?
Oh, so now you have lines that you don't cross, right? So she brings up a good point, especially with you being a guy who talks shit to OnlyFans women about their sexual promiscuity.
She didn't talk shit about his wife. She used it to illustrate a point. Her point is that she's accepting of Rachel's behavior and that Andrew himself would be unaccepting of it if it were out of somebody else. That's a valid fucking point, actually, about worldviews and perspectives. She wasn't talking shit about his wife at all. The explanation tends to get clipped out because it's not as bombastic, but
I think it also substantiates your whole subjective morality thing. Because if it was one of them, he'd be talking about being whores, so it's subjective morality right there. Because defamation of character is when you lie on somebody. Her having the 3 baby daddies is not a lie. He didn't say that.
had a valid point
about their choices in life, about them having no future thinking in terms of, well, maybe a man isn't going to like this. But then when a chick brings up the fact that you married a woman with 3 different baby daddies, instead of giving you.
But it's not too far when your wife is a participant, right? If his wife was just an innocent bystander, supportive wife, right? Fine. I get it, right? But she's not. She debates. She's an author. She's a public personality. She's in all of his debate chats talking shit on people. She's got her own channel with, I don't know, 30, 40,000 people. Like, she's not his wife. She's another public figure. Absolutely, she's on limits. If she wants to be treated like a wife and left out of the discussion, she needs to remove herself from the discussion. But as you'll see here in a second, I believe as they'll show, not only does she not do that, she actually calls the fuck into the show and demands to bitch out Charlie, this chick here. And Andrew, takes his cue to go smoke a cigarette. She's absolutely a participant. If she wants to be left out of bounds, she needs to keep herself out of bounds, but she doesn't at all.
What's going on, IB Wody? Shout out, brother. Happy Friday. Oh, Ronnie, you just now finding out? Now let me see. No Fat Ninja or Drunk Mafia, OG, no Brightish, skateboarding. I gotta go out of here to time out Smitty. Let me let Smitty rest in its pronouns. Here we go. See you in 5. Where's that clock? Put user in timeout. There we go.
Reason, like, oh, hey, yeah, Maybe she changed her ways. Maybe she made a couple of mistakes and I fell in love with her and that's what I wanted to do. I would never do that. But instead of being an adult, instead of actually having a debate, which this is a very fair question to ask somebody who just sits and judges women all day, you turn into a fucking child. There's no other way to say it. You turn into a child, you get defensive. And Andrew, you probably understand psychology a little bit. When someone gets extremely offended when somebody brings something up, why do you think that happens? Let me put it for you like this, Andrew. If you were to call a rich guy broke, do you think he's going to get mad or do you think he's just going to laugh at you and say, what an idiot?
No. Hit dogs, Howard. Hit dogs. Hit dogs. Let me say something back to Tootie boy. Tootie, younger, I suffice so much. That I always thought the other shoe was gonna drop. Because it don't stop there. Some people, egos and all other stuff, it don't stop there. Verify, squish straight up.
Probably the latter. If you call a fit guy fat, what do you think he's going to do? Oh, well, okay. You're struggling in the brain department today. But with a question like this, your reaction says that you actually
What up, Rapid?
feel bad about it. You actually identify with the stuff that she's saying and you're embarrassed. You're just too weak to admit it. And now your wife is fighting in the fucking comments on Twitter. Oh, that's not what happened. I wasn't sexually promiscuous, all this stuff. Okay, great. But for me, if you're not embarrassed, if you're fine with it, there's nothing to explain. That's just your life. This is why you ain't shit on debating. When somebody actually has a good point, you filibuster, you deflect, you get defensive, you get angry like a fucking 5-year-old. And I honestly feel embarrassed for you. But there's more, folks. What about when you talk to Owen Schroyer? Pretty wild take here.
Can you tell me all of the downsides of Donald Trump?
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Melanie, fucking bitch. I need extra likes from the rest of you because Melanie just closed the poll and didn't participate in it. Probably didn't like the stream either.
You talk to Owen Schroyer. Pretty wild take here.
Can you tell me all of the downsides of Donald Trump killing files in the Middle East?
First of all, do you know every single person? Were those schoolgirls?
It's institutionalized in the Iranian.
Just no. We're the 200 schoolgirls.
I want to make sure that they're alive so they can get raped. But that aside,
And you call your
That's that's not a good look right there. Is this on sped up? Yeah, let me slow it down to regular speed.
Do you know every single person? Were those schoolgirls?
it's institutionalized in the Iranian.
Just no. We're the 200 schoolgirls.
I want to make sure that they're alive so they can get raped. But that aside,
and you call yourself a Christian. See, there are certain things that Christians just don't say.
That once again gives Flo a point because that's subjective morality. Call that man the R word.
I don't. This is the first I've seen of him. I have no opinion about this man either way. But some of the criticisms he levels, specifically, I don't know if you were here earlier. There's a few of them that were just like, oh, that's very reminiscent of what happened to me. Sort of like how he and I had both challenged Andrew to a debate, and then Andrew responds and says he can do it right now, right? But at weird ass times, like with me, it was the evening of the 4th of July. He was ready right now to do it. And then never again in 3.5 years. With him, he was ready right now while this dude was driving somewhere. I mean, just
would be one of them.
What's going on, Shiesty Bomb?
We're making a joke. It's better for these schoolgirls to be dead so they.
But my question to you, Dragon Fist, would be listen to what he's saying and then tell me, don't just say, oh, he's a douchebag, right? Do better than that. Tell me what it is that you disagree with that he's saying.
Aren't outstanding. Wow, bro. Wow, dude. Outstanding debate. Outstanding points. My God. Where do I learn? Where can I learn? Oh, you actually sell a course. You taught a course to TPUSA. My God, I bet they really got their money's worth. Holy fuck, you were a legend, dude. Points like this? My God, dude. But then when somebody asks you why you married a chick with 3 baby daddies, when you sit on a podcast all day and judge women for sexual promiscuity, you turn into a child. I would say you have zero principles in your life. Zero. And you may fool the unintelligent, but anybody who has a fucking brain sees straight through your shit. Straight through it, bro. And you know. How about when Andrew Wilson said that rape is not bad for the victim as long as they have an orgasm? You heard me right.
Like, grape is bad for certain people.
No.
For certain people.
No, it's bad for everyone.
No, it's only bad for certain people. Here,
Andrew.
like there's women, you agree,
No.
who have orgasmed during SA.
That has nothing to do with
Bro.
whether it's SA.
Bro.
That has nothing to do with whether
Bro.
it's SA. Are you kidding me?
Bro, I didn't say whether or not it's SA. I said during SA.
What does it have to do with anything?
Well, bro, if that's the case, right, then was it bad for them?
Yes.
Why?
Absolutely.
Why?
Because there are
I remember seeing this. This is the craziest fucking argument. I mean, it's a good.
It's extreme, and that's what makes people stay in. I thought I turned up the speed to 145. We should be hearing something that sounds something like a chickmunk.
It's a good argument if your position is pro grape juice, right? Like if that's your position, I suppose it's a pretty good argument. But if it's anything else, like that's crazy work. Let me back it up.
Certain people here, like there's women, you agree, who have orgasmed during SA.
that has nothing to do with whether it's SA.
Bro.
That has nothing to do with
Bro.
whether it's SA. Are you kidding me?
Bro, I didn't say whether or not it's SA. I said during SA.
What does it have to do with anything?
Well, bro, if that's the case, right, then was it bad for them?
Yes.
Why?
Absolutely.
Why?
Because there are overriding harms than just orgasm. I'm not saying that's not the case. What?
Perfect. So then here's the case then. The case is like when you say for some people, right? The reason you keep saying that is because
This is what happens when you let Andrew debate in person, right? When he doesn't have his little earbuds in, which I assume is somebody feeding him talking points or telling him, no, don't promote grape. Don't do that. You're going off a cliff.
is like when you say for some people, right? The reason you keep saying that is because even though it's the vast overwhelming majority of people, you want to like create this little minutia outlier, right? Is it logically possible that there's ever been a woman who's been SA'd who'd enjoyed it?
I'm not going to.
Can you answer my question? Is it logically possible?
I'm not ascribing anything to
Do you
that.
think?
Are you saying that the guy who is opposed to SA is a simp? Surely I'm not. Surely I didn't time this comment right. Are you saying the guy opposed to SA is a simp? And is that what makes him a simp because he's opposed to SA? Crazy.
There's ever been a single woman who's
bro, and I mean this sincerely. Do not hurt yourself trying to carry water for this man. It will not pan out well. I feel like you're starting to do things that might hurt yourself in order to get Andrew's approval or that of his acolytes. I just sincerely, I'm going to recommend that you don't strain yourself. Okay, trying to impress Andrew. It might backfire.
logically possible?
I'm not ascribing anything to
Do you think there's ever been a single woman who's been SA'd and has enjoyed it?
I'm not going to answer the question.
Answer the question.
I'm not going to answer the question.
But because then I can't say some people.
I'm not going to answer whether women enjoy.
This is sick behavior. Like legitimately.
Why, Andrew Dragonfist? Why is he a complete moron and a simp? Why? Explain why. Don't just call him names. So far, all we've heard is Andrew making a case for grape, and the other guy going, "No, bro, that's not okay." I need you, Dragonfist. I need you to explain your fucking self. Why is this guy a simp? Why is he a moron? And why is what Andrew's saying not appalling? I don't clutch pearls a lot, but like it is pretty fucking appalling. As somebody who's got a wife, a daughter, a mother, right? There's lots of women in my life that I very much value. This sort of shit's fucked up. So why hasn't he refuted any of his points, bro? I'm gonna play this again. This little exchange.
Straight through it, bro. And you know. How about when Andrew?
I'm gonna play this straight through. I'm gonna leave this comment on screen. After it's done, I'm gonna look at the chat and I'm gonna see if you've changed your opinion or what you have to say about it. But you need to stop yapping in the chat and just listen to this discussion they have.
Wilson said that rape is not bad for the victim as long as they have an orgasm. You hear me right?
Like grape is bad for certain people.
No.
For certain people.
No, it's bad for everyone.
No, it's only bad for certain people. Here, like there's women, you agree, who have orgasmed during SA.
That has nothing to do with whether it's SA.
Bro.
That has nothing to do with whether it's SA. Are you kidding me?
Bro, I didn't say whether or not it's SA. I said during SA.
What does it have to do with anything?
Well, bro, if that's the case, right, then was it bad for them?
Yes.
Why?
Absolutely.
Why?
Because there are overriding harms than just orgasm. I'm not saying that's not the case. What?
Perfect. So then here's the case then. The case is like when you say for some people, right? The reason you keep saying that is because even though it's the vast overwhelming majority of people, you want to like create this little minutia outlier, right? Is it logically possible that there's ever been a woman who's been SA'd who'd enjoyed it?
I'm not going to.
Can you answer my question? Is it logically possible?
I'm not ascribing anything to
Do you
that
think there's ever been a single woman who's been SA'd and has enjoyed it?
I'm not going to answer the question.
Answer the question.
I'm not going to answer the question.
But-
I'm not
but-
gonna
'cause then I can't say some
I'm not
people-
going to answer. I'm not going to answer
Yeah.
whether women enjoy.
This is sick behavior, like legitimately sick behavior.
Oh shit, I was muted. I said, okay, now I'm gonna look at the chat. And I got a super chat. You know what? Let me do these in order because actually no, I'll just respond to this. I know that I'm behind on some super chats. I'm not forgetting you. Give me a second to get to this. Dragonfest says he doesn't even realize in one of the clips Andrew is steel manning. It's the SA one. I think it's next. He's a complete moron. Okay. Again, my question was, what's happening in this interaction? I haven't seen the whole. Actually, I've seen more of it. It's just been a while, so I actually don't remember it. There's 125 people here. Probably more than half of them have not seen the whole debate. I need you to engage the shit that we're engaging with, right? What is the fucking context? What is the point that you're saying that is not being addressed? Because the only point I've heard in this interaction here is Andrew saying that sometimes it's good for the women. Thank you for the contribution. I do appreciate it. Let me jump back one and get P Fletch. P Fletch sends in 5. He says, for the grift, do you think Andrew will run up to Canada and shack up with Speakeasy after he loses everything to pay back TPUSA? I don't know, but that's a whole other mess. That's a whole other mess. A lot of dumpster fires around there. Thank you for another 5. Yeah, it's this. What an idiot. Maybe I'm an idiot too. I'm just not sure at all what you're seeing here. That makes you think that the guy Andrew's talking to is the idiot and not the other way around. Even if there's context here in a broader debate, I'll just grant it for the sake of argument. You have to have the self-awareness. Again, I'm back to self-awareness, something that Andrew routinely does not display. You need to have enough self-awareness to understand that you're on a show that gets clipped and that you just spent the last 60 seconds or so making a case for SA because some women have an involuntary physical response during it. Where is the self-awareness? What is the point? Like, there can be no point made during this debate that would be worth the clip he just handed out to all of his haters, because none of us, apparently you and one other person down there has seen, remember the whole debate and that the person Andrew's talking to is a dumbass. But all that the rest of us know of it is this interaction here. Andrew, even if Andrew won the broader point in the debate, he fucking lost. He lost. This is stupidity on Andrew's part. Full stop.
You saying that people enjoy it because they've had an orgasm during it is probably one of the dumbest things ever. If you hit a spot enough, sometimes it's uncontrolled, but it becomes SA because they don't want to fucking do it, you idiot. Oh,
right. That's it right there. Okay. Yeah, this is it. One idiot. I don't know if I saw that one. He is taking on the kid he is debating's worldview. LOL. Not stating his. Don't you understand the distinction? Well, apparently he didn't understand the distinction when Charlie was using his wife as a reference point to discuss his worldview. And like I said, regardless, this is an L for him. This is a massive L. He completely fumbled the ball. Even if he got tunnel vision so bad that he needed to just really win the debate against this twink, it's either because he felt like he was losing.
Twink. The terminology. The Book of All M. Hello, lady. What's going on, the real Tyler Durgan? What's up, LA? I'm finna drop the link early. We just listening, Flo eat up Andrew for this debate he want to have with Candace Owens. Sent her some bread. I want to see how that goes out too. I thought it was on here. I guess it hasn't happened yet. Link. Paste that thing. Then we're gonna pin him. Okay, the link is out there, y'all. Think we've been on there for a hot minute now. Want y'all to get the gist of the first part. Damn, all them people.
And lost perspective, or he just doesn't have perspective. It's just simply poor self-awareness. Anybody with half a brain and just like a drop of self-awareness would have not gone through that whole shit show that he just went through.
Did they enjoy it?
All right, let's. This guy's gonna clutch pearls a little bit.
Well, if they wanted to enjoy it, they would have agreed to it. Like these are actually debates this guy had. If they wanted to enjoy it, they would have agreed to do it. It would no longer be essay. My God, bro. Holy shit. All right, Andrew. What I'm going to do now for you is I'm going to give you a couple of points to think about, okay? Because you believe the Fed slop narrative. People can't question things. You think people questioning things means that they're making a definitive claim based off of proof. Incorrect.
And that is actually an accurate representation of Andrew's point on this topic. We just heard it in his little grift pitch.
We can sit here and question whatever the fuck we want. It's called being an American. It's something that we pride ourselves on. You have just got in the way for some weird reason because you're probably simping for Erica. Let's just be real. So here's the first one, Andrew. Okay? The great debater. Where's the gun? There is not one time where we can see the gun. Why is that? Do you think that's something that's going to matter to the prosecution? Do you think that's something that the defense is going to say, where's the gun? How is it that his phone is printing on his pants, but the chassis of a fucking 30-06 rifle is nowhere to be found? Oh, but he had a limp. So what, bro? Where's the rifle? I want you to tell me or give me definitive proof, like you tell everybody else, where the rifle is.
Bro, that's not a rifle. That's not a 30-06. That's like a big cell phone. Yeah, not a chance.
That's exactly what it looked like. A big cell phone.
This guy's way too skinny. That is not a rifle. And it's not down the other side, right? Because he's bending that knee. This is straight Fed slop.
Because it's not printing on him there. We can't see it on the roof, but then they found it in the woods. Oh, there it is. Why is it that the bomb dogs or the gun dogs could not find the gun in the woods, but the cops found it? A gun that had just recently been fired. Do you think that's believable? How believable do you think it is when dogs usually have anywhere from 50 to 100,000 times better smelling capacity than humans? What do you think? They were just out to lunch? Or do you think that's weird? Is that something that can be questioned? Oh, I'm so sorry.
On a tangent, I fucking hate police dogs. They're bullshit. It's how cops circumvent the Fourth Amendment, and they go where their trainers point them. So even though gunpowder is easy to smell even for a human, right? They should not miss that. I'll go ahead and say if the dogs went where the person with the treats was pointing, that's how dogs missed it.
For questioning stuff. Do you think it's weird that Erica Kirk forgave this guy a couple of days after shooting off fireworks, or do you think it's theater? Do you think it's to pull people off of the case, to take attention off of it? Because look, I'm huge on people forgiving people because I think it's good for you. But in my opinion, that's theater. We didn't have enough information at this point. You don't know that it's for sure him, but you forgive him in front of the world. It's fucking theater, and you know it. But come on, Andrew, where is the gun? Where is it? What did Crowder say? Oh, we saw recoil. Where is that? Is it just a 4K footage that Officer Tatum, Jack Pasabic, whoever else said? Oh, there was 4K footage. Yeah, wow, man. Wow. Absolutely. How do you know that's him? Andrew, can you tell me with proof that this is Tyler Robinson with any distinctive factor, or is it too far away and too grainy that could literally be a fucking monkey? The only thing that I've heard you say is, well, we know it's him because of the test.
It's far away and grainy. It's far away and grainy. Good morning, Miss Jill. Hope you have an amazing Friday morning and rest of your day and evening. Yeah. We're going to jump forward a lot a bit. These are all of the photos of the man. Back to the phone. Evidence.
Age well. You are out here. You're out here denying fucking reality, pretending like evidence isn't evidence because it's what you feel is.
His shirt. Can you see it or no? All we're left with is speculation here. You can't see what's under his shirt. We don't know what's under there. So we are speculating based on whatever, whether it's expert opinion.
You're about to make me say the N-word.
I'm
glad I caught myself.
No. And also, it doesn't prove anything. Even if he doesn't have it on him, it doesn't mean that he didn't pick it up after and still kill Charlie. It doesn't mean that. Does it? Does it mean that? You know,
you're getting way. How the fuck are you going to ask me to draw a conclusion about?
Okay, so Andrew finally came to Dusty. Okay, this is even cooler, especially if Candace and him is not having this debate right now. Now he's up there yelling. Here we go.
The whole thing. When you're saying there's no evidence at all.
So we can't draw a conclusion. That's my point.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We're thinking adults with fucking brains. We not only can draw conclusions based off limited evidence, right?
I got someone at my door. Just 1 second. I'm coming right back.
Okay.
I got someone at the door. 1 second.
Don't do that.
What's going on? Hola.
Mute yourself so we only hear part of the swatting.
That's not funny.
I didn't call it. Wasn't me. I'm going to
disavow that joke. Disavow that joke. Okay. Anything else to say about it? I'm going to try to wrap this.
So on its surface, I've got opinions here. Firearms are part of my hobby. That being said, depending on the build of the 30-06, single shot California compliant type, they break down in 2 pieces. If you've got it in 2 pieces, you can walk anywhere you want to. That does not appear to be one of those. A bolt action rifle doesn't do 2 pieces.
A California compliant rifle is bulkier in the stock and where you put your hands.
Typically, but the breakdown components isn't dictated by law, and so manufacturers can make it a breech loaded type thing. What he supposedly had though was a bolt action job, whether it's 5 shots, 3 shots, 10 shots, 20, whatever it is. That's a singular stock formation. That doesn't really give you the ability to remove the barrel and move with it.
Correct. And what we're doing now, this is like we're blending autism with denial. You're not wrong.
I'm back.
I just don't feel like it helps us get closer to the truth, right? Because
sure, possibilities, non-zero possibilities exist. That's
right,
all I'm
non-zero
saying.
possibilities exist. We have imperfect evidence. We're going with the most likely thing. I see a picture of a dude who's built like Josh, who's wearing just a long sleeve t-shirt and regular fitting jeans, and they're telling me that this skinny, lanky dude somehow has a 4-foot rifle stashed in his pants. Forget it. I've carried a Desert Eagle 50 cal. You cannot hide a 30-06 in your pants.
But the point is that doesn't prove that he didn't kill Charlie. It doesn't prove that. It doesn't prove it. That's what I'm saying. It just
That's true.
That's all I'm saying.
However, that truth doesn't dictate the fact that evidence is not just, hey, do you see a gun?
Right. That's what I'm saying to you. That's my point to you. That you would need more than that for that to be anything conclusive. You know,
I feel like you're projecting now, sir.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm saying you can't prove anything with that photo. It doesn't prove anything. It doesn't prove that he didn't.
No, it doesn't prove anything, but
That's my
is
point.
evidence that he was present. It is evidence that they knew where the location was. He knows the individual, he knows the schedule, and he knows where to go and to be in order to be in a position to be able to do these things.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm saying
Excellent. We have made progress. Congratulations.
It doesn't prove that he didn't do it. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm of course it points to things that he's there. That's my point. That's the point I'm trying to make. I think you got rid of him here, Dusty, or you left.
Andrew, how long is the average katana?
I got one. It's probably. Hold on.
36 inches.
It goes from the floor to like my ribcage, almost above my waist.
Oh, no, sorry. 36-inch blade. Your handle is your own decision.
Okay. So I've got it in the scabbard, right? This is probably for. Damn it, where's my fucking tape measure? It got dark in here. All right.
I got a dollar that says that's 48.5 inches.
Let's do a little sciencing here. And I need an ashtray.
Oh, you got one too. But Dusty, if we already established that it doesn't prove that he didn't.
Hold on, we got to do sciencing, and I need an ashtray.
We haven't established anything. Science is taking place, sir. Give us a moment.
All right. We'll run an experiment. We'll run an experiment.
The whole ash fell off.
Don't worry about that. Just do the experiment. We'll get back to this.
Science? Okay.
Do science. Do science, sir.
I am 6'1". I don't know. This is probably about 4 feet, right?
You should have a 48.5-inch total length saber. Go for it.
Okay. Now, at this length, the hilt, the end of the scabbard is resting on the top of my foot, and it's right here. Do we think that this is the length of a 30-06?
I have to pick it up and hold it.
No.
Shorter?
A 30-06 would be longer than that.
Yeah.
About
10 inches?
6 or 8 inches or so. That's for a short one, as short as you can get.
Yeah. And it looks like in that picture, it goes slightly higher than where Dusty has it.
Here's what I want you to do, Dusty. Grab it by the scabbard and pull it up until the handle is level with the top of your shoulder. Can you bend your knee at that point?
Hold on, I'm going to cut my dick off. Hold on.
No. Grab it by the scabbard and lift. Okay. I've had that problem.
Where did you want it?
Until the handle pokes up at your shoulder, and then let it settle below that point.
Okay.
All right, now I want you to bend your knee and put it on your chair. Can you? That's close.
I'm wearing shorts.
Yeah, no, I got you. Thank you. That's good enough. I appreciate it. Thank you.
That was some world-class sciencing right there.
Yeah, we scienced all the way into the second dimension.
What's the conclusion? What are our findings?
The conclusion is there is no conclusion. The conclusion is that we're good at fucking science.
This is YouTube. That's the conclusion. People were entertained. Send us some donations.
Yeah. What the camera shows what looks like a big cell phone and nothing else. Let me see. So he came and went.
Fully.
You don't think he's gonna get fucking demolished, Dusty? This is the worst thing you could possibly do. This is a really bad idea.
What is?
Her debating Andrew. You don't think so?
No. I think she's getting paid. I think Andrew's a mule.
You don't think he's gonna fucking destroy her in this debate? Is that the only evidence that's coming out of that camp?
I'm behind. Go ahead.
I'm gonna step backstage. My bad.
No.
He's good.
Go ahead. I've been up here flying solo for 2 hours. I don't know all the evidence. I've not been paying that close of attention. What I do know is, as somebody who used to, obviously I don't, I'm not in a position to own guns anymore, but I did own a lot of guns back in the day. you cannot tell me that you're getting that you're sneaking a rifle in that way at all. Like I don't believe it for a second.
But the rifle was there. They found the rifle. So someone got the rifle there.
They found a rifle there. Correct. They found a rifle is what they're reporting. Let me ask you this. Do you think that cops ever lie?
Of course.
For any number of reasons, right? It may not be a conspiracy at all. Cops lie to cover their own fuck-ups.
To protect other cops. Yeah, sure.
There's human error. There's all sorts of things. I'm not actually drawing any sort of a conclusion. I think that from what I've seen, I think it's absurd. Like, I'm not saying that I think Candace is right, and that's my personal lack of knowledge. I have not been keeping close track of this situation. What I am saying, though, is that Andrew's position that you should not question official narratives is itself fallacious. I think Andrew is taking a fallacious position. Whether or not he's right on the particulars is sort of aside the point to me.
But I don't think I don't. Maybe you know something I don't. Is that like his official stated position?
That you he didn't say it that way. He didn't say it that way. But I don't know if you saw the crowdfunding.
Okay, so this is not Andrew Wilson. This is just another Andrew. I think Candace gonna dust him. We gotta wait for that though, but I think she's gonna dust him. Especially if you don't overtalk her and start insulting and do his regular
video that he released a couple hours ago.
I didn't. You want to play it?
I did already. I don't know. What do you guys think? 1 in the chat if you want to rewatch the crowdfunding video. It's only 5 minutes long. 2 in the chat if you don't want to watch it again. And of course, if you send in a dono with your vote, then it skunks everything else. But
you fucker.
He was he that's the gist. That's how I understood it. We're tied right now. I don't even remember what my numbers are.
We're just gonna vote too. I'll have to watch it by myself. But what did he say? Like what
he said that he has always been on a fight against the left, and that Candace is
a Tootie Bug said it wasn't 4 hours. I don't know what her time is where she's from, but let me see right quick. Andrew Wilson gives send go for Candace Owens debate, raises 58K in the day as the podcaster calls the campaign shameless. Okay. And there you go. 11 hours ago. Let me see something. Okay, so I see another thing where you got Glenn Lewis, the guy I just was talking to. It looked like what's the dude name that said women or children? What's his name? Mr. Lego. Got Mr. Lego up there. They having a pre-debate brief. Now let's take it to YouTube. And this is on Trigger Smart channel. They're having a debate about the debate. Let's see. Let's go back, y'all. Let me see. Where we at? There's the Candace. And this one. Yeah, so this is the channel's called Trigger Smart. Live Candace Owens and Andrew Wilson pre-debate brief. Questions, tactics, predictions. I don't know this dude channel. I don't want to get dinged by him. We'll just watch this over here.
Responsible for tearing apart Turning Point USA, which he's always been a fan of, but it is the right's best toehold into academia they've ever had. And that he'll be goddamned if he's going to let Candace destroy the right's progress. And that's why he is putting his own money on the line, suffering his own financial and reputational situations in order to stand up for Turning Point USA, which is crazy.
I don't know if Snow is still in the chat, but Snow, if you can tell us when the debate is going to happen, that would be sweet of you, ma'am.
Isn't that true? Do you think that he really takes, we've had this conversation before. Don't you think that he takes fighting the left seriously?
I think you guys take it seriously.
You don't think he takes it seriously?
I mean, you're asking me to speculate about somebody else. I personally don't.
Well, you
know.
are speculating anyway.
I don't believe he does. I don't.
Listen to what he says. He doesn't want to help the right. He wants to drive the right. He wants to control the direction that conservatism is going. He is taking specifically to try to get a hold to the reins of control of this particular movement.
Yes, but if he thinks that that's the best thing for the movement and he's promoting the best worldview for the movement, why wouldn't he want to do that? Like only someone who doesn't believe in themselves or what they really say would want to do that. Does that track?
No,
like, if you really believe what you're saying is true, why wouldn't you want to be the one
he knows his target
forward?
audience. His target audience is right wing.
Yeah, and he's talking about the conservative movement.
Do you believe that Rachel Wilson is against feminism?
I have no idea, dude. I'm not like
the reason I ask is because
I'm just talking about whether or not I think he's being honest. I don't want to speculate on their.
I don't think he's being honest. No, I think he's being self-serving. Like, I'm not even really faulting him for that. He's providing a service to the people that support him, right? If the people that support him are on the right and they want to support him doing what he does, I actually don't have an issue with him being a bit insincere about it. I don't do it. I think that being a liar is a poor long-term plan. But I'm not kicking dirt on him for providing his audience with what they want. But personally, if you want my opinion, no, I don't believe he does.
Yeah, lying is a bad long-term plan because you're not gonna remember all the lies. It's just easy to be honest. But I think this is a crucible person. They came up there to, support the big dog.
I mean, I don't know what
you got a fan.
If that's the premise, yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you, Truth. Much appreciated.
And Truth Revolt, even though I know that you're not my fan, you are sending in a couple bucks here. I appreciate you, Truth Revolt. You can talk shit on me and I still appreciate you.
Yeah. We'll take a little bit of a shot or two. And then we'll troll back. But I need to keep the lights on. I need to keep StreamYard on and all of the stuff. Y'all know what I need? I need some support. We need some support. We're going to hit y'all with this right here.
We got to get our shit together.
It's about to go down.
A nickel bag gets sold in the park. I want in.
Tell them to bring me my money.
If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense.
Oh, honey, I got to get my hands on some.
And then I'm gonna get that money.
I approach him with my
I like that. I want to just, I need that.
I take your money.
I most definitely will. I'll take it with pride.
got me a couple of dollars. Guess what I'm gonna do?
Shout out to Tootie Bug with the 500 joules / watermelon. You could just put a hole in the watermelon, blend the guts up a little bit, pour some alcohol in that thing, try to get it cold like you're trying to freeze, but alcohol doesn't freeze. And it can be a very thirst quenching beverage. Come on, y'all. Hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal, hit the Venmo.
Yeah. So again, I'm saying so forget Andrew. Let's just use a hypothetical. If you really do believe that your worldview is the best worldview for society, why would you not want to take control and drive the culture if you have a big platform? Also, I'm asking your guest as well. Why wouldn't you want to do that? Who wouldn't want to do that?
I think everybody wants to promote their own perspective. All you're saying is, why wouldn't you promote your own perspective? Of course he's doing that. Right. Everybody does that.
So what's wrong with that?
Control is a funny thing, sir. Not everyone wants control. Some people would like other people to have control and to have some influence on the direction. Andrew wants control.
and he wants to destroy the left. Those were his words specifically. He said that a lot of times, but on the clip that nobody actually seems to want to watch again, those were his words again, right? He wants to destroy the left. So
Well,
the
again,
issue,
if he's
the
on
issue
the
with
right,
that is
he wants to promote his side of the
left. Do you recognize?
Yeah. I thought he was a conservative. He wants to expose the left. Okay, yeah. What's going on, Lord ADS? I want to give a big shout out to the homie. Huh?
Got me a couple of dollars. Guess what I'm gonna do?
Shout out to IB Wardy for the Cash App. I appreciate it, my brother. I appreciate it. That gets us closer to our goals. Thanks for, I think the 500 joules is $5 to the bug sent. Let me see. She see at 500 joules. I think that's $5. So some more love to the homie. We're gonna give him this one.
Thank you for the money. Cheese, Betty, the dough. Buddha, scratch, Skrilla, paper.
Shout out to Lord ADS for the $10 ball. No comment. I would say happy Friday to Lord ADS. Hope you have an amazing weekend. The life. I don't know. Why am I mixing the words this morning? I'm woke. I'm well rested. I'm sober. What's happening? Hope your weekend goes well and you have some of the best time of your life. Let me see.
Recognize that this country is made up of right and left, and before you are right or left, you're an American, or you should be, right?
Of course.
So I don't feel like he's got perspective of that. I don't think he cares about perspective. I think that he's selling to his audience. I think that he and Rachel know who their target market is, and they're providing them with what they want. I think it's an economic. I think it's an economic. I'm not criticizing it. I'm actually taking up for it. I'm taking up for it. I'm saying that this is an economic transaction, but not a value-based one.
But what's wrong with that?
You're so defensive.
No, I'm just asking what the issue is. You're making claims. I'm asking you where's the moral problem with the claim. That's all.
I gotta get a drink of water. Hold it down for him.
I don't think he's making claims. I think that some people, as I hear Dusty and Sarah say, call it a grift from the get-go. They say they're grifting from the get-go, hit them donos and everything else. They're not trying to cover it up. But then you have those people that won't call what they do a grift. They what my guy Papi Blanco call the Wi-Fi activists. Unless they can prove they do a lot of stuff IRL. Then that shuts everybody up. Shout out to Gas Mask was here already. What are you saying Dusty Ray for? Am I tripping? Let me go back up. So at the top we had okay, y'all kind of talking in the chat a little something. We had Kills, we had Mariah, we had Angel, Willing, TBE Trucking, Snowfire, 12th Man, Speak Radio, Tootie Bug. M Mills. Did I miss saying M Mills? Good morning, M Mills. Ronnie, Smitty, Abi Wody, Shaistibam, SD, The Book of RLM, The Real Tyler Durgan, That Bot CEO, Willing to Win, Miss Jill, Hola, and then Lord ADS, Gas Mask. Okay, shout out to Gas Mask.
for it, bro. So the issue is, I'm Caucasian Sasquatch. I generally do comedic content, but sometimes I operate as a producer for various creators that I've interviewed. I don't charge them.
Let me ask you, so like the first one, driving your worldview, like what would be the problem with that if you believe your worldview is good? And then the second question also, making money off your platform, like if this is a business, what's wrong with having an economic drive? What's wrong with that?
Let's back up and take the money-making aspect out of it. I'm a big believer in entertainment, grifting, and being paid for the work that you put in. I have no issue with that with Andrew. I have no real issue with Andrew at all. I'm the producer here. This is not my channel. I just ride the content where it goes. Yeah. That being said, Andrew really wants to be a major influence on the conservative narrative that's currently going through YouTube, TikTok, pick your social media, right? He would really like to be a major driving influence through the middle of it, right?
Well, I think he is that.
Like, okay, we can agree to disagree on that point. I'm saying he does represent an aspect of it, and he has a significant portion of support. I don't disagree with that.
Yeah, he would want
what he wants is not the law.
Yeah,
he wants to do. I want to grow my content. I want to grow my influence. Do you want to grow yours?
Yeah, so it sounds like you're just being better at it. That's what it sounds like. You haven't actually provided any like issue that you have morally. I see you guys in the chat.
We've never met. This is the first time we've had a conversation. I am not Dusty. I don't represent the channel. I'm doing the best I can with the information I have at my disposal. I am not a fan of Andrew because I find him to be disingenuous and dishonest on his surface. Now, whatever he wants to do with the conservative movement is his own decision, and I have no issues with that. Thinking that he's going to walk in on Candace Owens, I think that's a bit delusional.
You think Candace Owens is like a cutthroat, really good debater? Is that the vibe you get from her?
No, I think that somebody has placed him in a bad position, in a bad place. He has to respond. He must react. If he does not, he loses face. And if he loses face, he loses subscribers, support, the whole nine. So he has to follow through on this stuff. He's trapped.
You know, that sounds to me, and just my take, and I've never met you either. I have no issue with you. I'm
plus the 300,000 he say he gave her to have a debate. You don't just give up the 300,000 and walk away. Now you got to do it.
Telling you my honest take. People in the comments are like saying I'm simping. I'm being 100% honest. That sounds like you're describing Candace.
I feel like you're simping a little bit.
He's a cutthroat debater. That's just a fact. He's going to tear her apart. I don't know why
things can be true, bro. I might be describing both of them in their own environments, right? They both want to drive their own content. They want to be the leader of what you refer to as the conservative grouping, that conservative thing. I'm not sure Andrew's conservative in reality. He seems fairly progressive to me, but then again, I am slightly right of the tail of the Hun. I think everyone should do what I say, and if we're not going to do that, we have to vote and make this thing fair.
But how do you think he's progressive? So like you make a claim and then like
I'm not debate braining you. I'm having a conversation. This isn't a debate.
Here's what I'm getting. You said you feel like he's disingenuous. You feel like he's not a Christian.
He wants you to substantiate your argument, Caucasian Sasquatch. He wants you to, and he does want to have a debate.
You feel like all these things.
Did not say any of that. What I said is he is occasionally disingenuous and occasionally dishonest. That does not make him not Christian. I've never said any of that. You don't get to put that on me.
You just said 2 seconds ago that you don't think he's a real Christian or a real conservative.
I did not say that. I did not say he was not conservative and Christian are not the same thing, sir. Stop trying to conflate two different political points.
I misspoke. You're not going to like. Okay. You're saying that he's a phony. I'm saying provide evidence.
I didn't say a phony.
There's a lot going on. He's just trying to trigger y'all, go back and forth. What's going on, James L. Late or James LN 416? Yeah, he wants y'all to debate when y'all just having a conversation with him, which can be annoying.
Is he's disingenuous. He will say things that he doesn't mean to get results that he does desire.
Can you show a clip?
No, because we just met. Hi, I'm Sasquatch. How are you doing, bro? If I had some preparation, I'd bring a clip and I'd prove my point, but I don't have that option. Sorry. No, it's not convenient. You happen to show up here. You can keep talking if you'd like, but I don't mind.
So you just get to say things and we just have to believe you?
Well, you asked him. Like, when I walked away, it sounded like you were asking him. Thank you.
Well, he said
he asked for proof on something.
So I said, where has he been disingenuous? And he can't provide an example.
No, I'm not going to, because we've had 27 seconds since I've said it, and I'm not going to be like, oh my God, I've got to go get evidence because I don't care what you think. Don't care.
You could cite a conversation that he had or a moment that
I've talked to Andrew. I've been on panel with him. I've discussed things with him. I find him to be not quite truthful. He's very close to what he believes. It's more what Rachel believes, I think.
I think so too.
But that's just my autism working overtime. I'm not saying that I'm right. I'm just saying I think He's sort of riding his wife's coattails on where to go with this whole thing. Holy crap, the world just went to hell.
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to argue with what you think.
You don't need to. It's just his opinion.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with your opinion.
Thank you.
So why does Andrew cupcake with pogos? Mr. Andrew, do you know what a pogo is? Because both Andrew and candidates are pogos. And might I remind you all,
Whoa. Dusty, you letting Snafu Snaps back up there? Interesting.
Space is about to make.
Wait a minute. Somebody said a flow rate. Did Snafu Snaps and Flow State meet an agreement? Somebody from over there to Flow.
Comeback. So there's reasons these pogos are making bigger moves, hence Rogan and a bunch of other moves, because they are getting ready to get these other program algorithms in play. But do you know what a pogo is, Andrew? Not the Andrew Wilson.
Snafu, can you just like normal it up a little bit?
Privately owned, government-operated, infiltrated media relations. Because MySpace is about to come out, okay, you could go Google this shit. MySpace and other big platforms are about to be coming out. We're witnessing the internal war of these fucktarded, agenda-driven pogos. Privately owned, government-operated, infiltrated media relations, like the cuck Andrew Wilson, or Candace Owens, or, dare I even say, Charlie Kirk with his CIA operative bullshit wife, Miss Erica Kirk, doing the Vince McMahon, optics, So do you not understand that these people are put in positions on purpose, Andrew, because they're fucking part of the agenda-driven narratives being pushed on the public in the media?
I know that you're going to hate this, and I can see Dusty's poll and his chat's about to drop me. I'm going to get out of here anyway, but do you have any evidence?
But yeah, you're denying that pogos even exist? Privately owned, government-operated, infiltrated media relation types like Andrew or fucking Alex Jones, who I'm very close with InfoWars and Alex Jones and other people in this. Wow, like I said, there's good pogos and bad pogos, good cop, bad cops. So you're going to tell me that some of these people are not privately owned, government-operated, kind of like the WWE wrestling industry?
I didn't make any claims. I'm asking what your evidence is.
My evidence is fucktards offering $300,000, putting dumbass narratives. And Andrew's a swinger. He likes to fuck other bitches and all kinds of shit. How come we ain't talking about that kind of news? How come he's all just...
Ooh. Man. Snafu came to have a conversation. Explain your leader. Explain what. I don't think gonna wash Candace on though. I kind of think Candace might win.
The political guru fucktard, but we ain't talking about him being a winger dirtbag as well.
I don't understand that.
Thank you, Snafu. You've been voted off. Surprisingly,
no,
you found the one person
very
that
entertaining, and he's a fucking
my
moron.
audience
He's just coming up here saying things. He has no no evidence. He's just making claims.
You know as well as I do that driving solo for 2 hours and 15 minutes is a lot more work than having a panel for 2 hours. So,
anyway, 15 minutes.
I needed to. Oh, thank you. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Let me not slight you. I need a little break.
No, I'm happy to hang for a few minutes.
All right. Let's kind of wrap this up. I feel like
I only came in to
like you.
That was a steel man. That's it.
I don't actually
like that was a steel man. That's all.
I feel like I'm in a weird situation because I don't feel like you're a bad guy. I feel like you're kind of a suck up and you're doing some dumb shit. I don't actually want to stomp you to bits though. You know what I mean? Like I kind of like you. I think you're an amicable person who's just really bought in hard to somebody else's agenda.
I think it's the right agenda. I think they're right. Is that such a problem? Am I not allowed to make up my own mind?
I don't feel like it's your agenda. It's not a problem if it's your agenda, but I don't think it is your agenda.
If he comes out with a position that I disagree with, I won't endorse it. Who the fuck cares? Like as of right now, that hasn't happened. Like I'm not married to every position that he's going to take for the rest of his life. He knows that and doesn't expect that. So what is the issue really? As of right now, I think he represents the worldview that I would want to see move forward the best. So I back him. Like
hypocrisy and double standards.
The problem is with that.
Because he promotes hypocrisy and double standards. He like the famous Rachel shit, right? He would talk shit on and that was Charlie's point. He would talk shit on women in the same situation as his wife. He has double standards. He promotes hypocritical positions, and that's what pisses people off. That's what I don't think
he would, because Rachel was in 3 long-term relationships. I don't think that's the same thing as the people that go on whatever.
Well, he didn't. I mean, and my position. I agree with you. I agree with what you just explained, but that's not been his position. He's had lots of time to talk about it, as he did there. He didn't put that forward, right? He is not understanding of this sort of shit when he's dealing with people. I am, because me and Kate, we're in a blended family. We both have kids from other marriages, right?
Yeah, it's not easy.
I have no issue with this. I think it's great, but I also don't have issues with girls who make money how they do. You know, like I'm just not shitting on people's lifestyle. I have a little bit of humility. I recognize that I've made mistakes, I've made bad decisions, and other people are allowed to make their own, right? I don't have to agree with them.
Yeah, and other
future me will not agree with me today about something, right?
Agreed. Yeah, sure, but I don't see like why that's exclusively a problem of Andrew's. I really don't.
Well, I mean, I was more just, and I know that it was not requested. I was just more saying, like, I hope that you're staying true to whatever it is that you want instead of just adopting somebody with a bit more clout position, right? That shit doesn't age well. The other thing though that I'll say, and this is to the point, right? You said Andrew wants to destroy the left and bring in the right. That's not actually how humans work, right? You don't get to stomp and shit talk and humiliate people out of existence. That doesn't kill them, and it also doesn't sway their opinion. All you do is push people back and harden their resolve into their position. What I view Andrew as doing, and like I said, you know, I know that you probably disagree with me. I consider myself right wing. I think that Andrew is doing more to solidify people on the left into their positions than he is to advance the right.
Yeah, but I think new people, like, I do think you can kind of shame and embarrass people into keeping their fucking mouth shut. I do believe that. And a lot of these kids on the left seem to me like kids that should have been shoved in a locker, and maybe they would have shut the fuck up. That's the vibe I get from them. So like maybe some making fun of them is good for them, and it'll.
No, I think they're used to it. Based on what you say, you think they are. I think they're used to it, and they get up to a point where they want to fight back.
And it'll stop the next generation of those kids from thinking it's a good idea for hanging out with those people. So I do think you can move the culture that way. And I do think it's even now, it's not really cool, at least to be a dude and be on the left. That's not really, like, I don't know.
No, leftist dudes are pussies.
They're pussies, and they don't even admit it. They all say they're independents. Like even Brian Shapiro, I'm independent.
I mean, I say I'm a disgruntled libertarian.
Right. Nobody says, oh yeah, no dude's like, yeah, I'm on the left.
Right.
Unless you're like Harry Sisson or something.
No, there's some Piscos and some like Wicks and shit, but
yeah.
But no, I agree with you. I think that what Andrew does is he wraps himself up in the disguise of virtue, like he's championing a cause. Well, he's making his bully content, and I'm not even shitting on it because I kind of enjoy bully content. I can be a bully. I make bully content too, but it is what it is. I'm not out here pretending to save the fucking free world while making bully content. And now I've known Andrew for 3.5 years, probably 3.5 years. In that time, do you think that the country has, in the last 3 years, since Andrew's let's do 2 years. In the last 2 years, has the country gotten more or less conservative? Do you think? Just your estimation. There's not right answer.
It's either at a stalemate or less, because people really pooping on it. A lot of folks don't mess with the conservative side, and they're passionate about it.
I think young men have become more conservative. I don't know really. I'm just speculating.
I mean, yeah, no, I'm just asking your temperature, your read of the temperature.
Yeah,
the country as a whole,
young men are more conservative, and they're more openly like comfortable saying it. Because you even go back to like the first Trump term. I think people are a lot more uncomfortable saying that they supported Trump than they are now. Now nobody cares.
I mean, now nobody supports Trump.
That's true too. But if you do say I support Trump, it's not like as like in the beginning. It was
people care. People care. They come on panels. They get to talking about Trump. They want to make sure that you say he's a racist, right? Yeah. But which one of these presidents hasn't been? So I'm trying to understand that. Because they try to make an argument for what's your boy name? Biden and Kamala. Biden and Kamala did that crime bill. There's pictures of young Biden, you know, and some nefarious stuff back in way back in the day. So which one of them ain't racist? You tell me. And if that lady is an Indian, they believe in a caste system that's based on color.
Really had a bad. It was like a poisoned well very early.
Yeah. So I'll say what I think. I think that that today the country is more left than it has been at any point during the past 3 years. I think that under Trump's first term, he had strong support. I think that Biden's goofiness only solidified the right even more.
Yeah.
I think that now that we're in Trump's second term and the economy's, you know, whatever, like, right. I think that people are getting disenchanted with the right. Politics swings back and forth.
I was just going to say that. Yeah.
Right. And Andrew's not done anything to stop the natural swing of it.
Well,
yeah. I don't think he can. I don't think no one can. I think it's a natural occurrence. And the pendulum swings so far that way, they go, oh, we don't know if we want to mess with it. Then it swings so far that way, and they go, oh, I don't know if we want to do this. Like I said, I think both sides should be a little bit more towards the middle, just based on the extremism. Did I say good morning, Stanley? Hope you have an amazing Friday morning, the rest of your day and weekend.
Also, you have to take into account other factors, like the war in Iran didn't really help Trump's cause at all. That's probably the single greatest political, strategic error I've ever seen. He probably thought he was going to be
what Biden did when people don't understand, when Biden used the SWIFT system to seize private assets of Russian oligarchs, he completely destroyed the dollar as the central reserve currency.
Yeah, well, I'm just talking about for the right wing movement, the momentum that you were talking about that swings back and forth. I think what really hurt that had nothing to do with Andrew, but just this war. I think that's what really slowed it to a halt.
We're on the same page. I think that, and then that's kind of my point. Andrew's contribution to political discourse or the sentiment of the country pales in comparison to what a gallon of milk costs. Right? We're still having the normal swings left to right to left to right. We're swinging slowly back left, right? Everybody was sick of the trans insanity. I don't think even people on the left generally support that shit, right? That was too far. Biden was an embarrassment. But
Shicey Bum, I thought you knew on Flow State. Yeah, I thought I saw you in the chat when we was over there at Risky and Flo was defending women. You said you liked Flo. Now you don't know him at all? Interesting. Okay, you do know. If you want somebody that does the heavy lifting, subscribe to Stanley Cross's channel. He's hard to listen to. It's something about his voice is kind of drawling and whatever else, but he does deep dives in this whole thing. Yeah, Cass is not about just skin color. I think it's the same type of thing as over here. It's like the bourgeoisie. It's class, it's education, it's a bunch of stuff. But still looking down your fucking nose at somebody. So the heavy lifting is over there, Stanley panel, if you can stay woke through it.
As far as what people want, I don't think that we're moving. We are not currently moving towards the right. We're moving left right now where we sit. I think you agree with that?
Well, I want to address your first point that he's not making a big impact because, look at this past week, right?
Who's more right wing now?
I like that. He was on Rogan, and then this whole thing is going on with Candace. So it's got to be the biggest story. You were covering it. Everybody's covering it.
It's a massive story.
So that's a pretty big impact, right?
Well,
it's just happening. It's happening now.
I don't know that I consider entertainment and impact synonymous. They can't overlap. But
he's definitely an entertainer. But what's wrong with that?
Is Breaking Bad? Would you consider Breaking Bad a politically impactful series?
Yeah, but he's in the political sphere. What I consider
he's appealing to a politically charged audience. He's selling to his audience. And like I started to say before I went and got a drink, I don't have an issue with that. I think that as entertainers, we should give our audience what we want. Honestly,
he's a right-wing entertainer.
Because his audience is right-wing. Yeah.
No, but you wouldn't be good at, you can't fake it, Dusty. You can't, I'm telling you, he's not faking it. I'm telling you, people, when you have a conversation with someone that has real faith, you can tell that they believe what they're saying. He's not, it would get exhausting. I could never have a show and pretend that I was on the left for 5 years. It would just be mentally exhausting to take these positions all day that I don't really believe in. And I just don't think that's what he's doing.
Andrew, I do believe is an authority. God damn it, Moth got in here, motherfucker.
Yeah, there's a difference between entertaining and maybe embellishing or making something for good content and just totally being a fraud. Those are two different things.
It's marketing. It's target markets. The right is a better market financially than the left. Full stop. The left doesn't have money. That's why they're on the left. They want your money. Christians, hold on, let me finish. Sure. Christians are more generous than other demographics of people. Atheists, agnostics, Muslims, Jews. I think these are just realities. I don't think anybody will disagree with any of that shit. So whether this doesn't prove or disprove his perspective, but you have to admit that he actually is catering to all the most lucrative targets.
I have a hierarchy in this chat, and Stanley, I'm gonna let you rest in your pronouns for about 5 minutes because what I will not let you do is harass Ronnie. He is a supporter of the channel, unlike yourself, sir. So you rest in your pronouns. I see you in 5.
Audiences.
Yeah, but what you're saying is that he's a total fraud and he's doing it because this is the most lucrative market. I think he really is an Orthodox Christian. You're not there in the chat. I'm there. I'm talking to Rachel and she says not to me specifically, but in the chat that her and Andrew, had their crowning ceremony a year ago and how beautiful it was in the Orthodox Church. I don't think she's lying. I really don't think she's lying. I really don't, Dusty.
I don't want to talk shit on Sarah. She's the Wilson I prefer. Do you believe Marte? Do you believe Marte when Marte became a catechumen or whatever it is in the Orthodox Church and then when asked the last time he'd been to church, he hasn't been back to church since he became officially an Orthodox. Do you believe that?
Yeah, I don't know who that is. Did you say
That
Marte?
guy.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah,
I know who
Marte.
that is actually.
Do you believe
I don't-
Marte's sincerity?
I don't follow him. I've never watched any of his videos. I just know him because they talk about him sometimes in Vic's stream. So I have no idea. I don't know him.
Why are you up here giving reference to the virtue of people that you don't actually know their virtue so hard, right? That's what I'm
just
saying.
giving
Like,
my opinion and interacting. I think that they're being honest, and that's why I support. That's why. That's
you
why.
consider yourself street smart?
Yeah, definitely. I'm from New York, dude.
Do you think that Andrew is street smart?
I do.
Do you think I'm street smart?
I think you could. You might have your moments.
Andrew's more street smart than me.
Andrew's street smart. Like
That was a
even
question.
somebody. Listen, I'm not doubting it. Like I just don't care. Like even if like something that he says is like it doesn't matter to me. Like we're on the same team here. Like I don't care. Like I don't see why. If the end goal is what we both want, then what difference does it make? Like,
Which is what? And Andrew's right wing only dystopia. That's not what I want. That sounds actually terrible.
So what do you want?
I am conservative, but I also understand that I don't know everything. I'm wrong about a lot of things, and I understand that there is value in positions that are not mine because I think a certain way, but it's not the only way that society needs. Does that make
doesn't
sense?
Andrew get up there and debate every worldview?
I agree with that, and that's why I be on panels. Just because I say I'm not a conservative or a liberal, and I think in my head if I was to be a part of that political stuff, I would probably be a moderate. You don't even hear about moderates. I wouldn't be what Bill Maher used to say he was, which is a libertarian.
No,
Gets up there and debates on it with everybody, atheists, Muslims.
No, I've been waiting 3.5 years for Andrew to respond to my subjective versus objective morality debate request in a way that's not on the 4th of July at 5 p.m. saying you can do it right now.
That could be like a personal thing that you guys have going on.
It's not gonna happen. Right? Like I'm not
on the word of Ronnie, we're gonna bring Stanley back. So Stanley got 10 seconds. There we go. Yeah, but since I've been Shiesty Bum says she a liberal. And Shiesty Bum, ain't nothing wrong with that until it gets into the extremes. So when you say you're a liberal, you okay with the men wrestling women and breaking their backs? You okay with the that overwhelming thing they got going on when it comes to the education in school? The over the top stuff where, like, I understand people wanting to be able to see themselves in Hollywood and see themselves in society, but it's the extremism that's the issue. I'm okay with most things as long as people don't try to impose their will on other people. And I think when I think about liberals, I think they're the one pushing that alphabet community thing real heavy. And again, I don't want to cause no harm to them. I would be, and I don't. I talk to the folks.
He's saying he's willing. He's engaging. He's out there engaging with other worldviews, putting them to the test in front of people. What is
He's
wrong
out
with
there
that?
engaging
with
other world, espousing your worldview, his audience. That's what I'm telling
But
you.
he's not
This is
trying to
what-
shut down other worldviews. He's trying to go head to head with them and see.
He wants to destroy the left. That's his words.
Right, but if you're on the right, why wouldn't you? Unless you're not really a conservative, Dusty. It sounds to me like you're not
Because-
really a conservative.
I'm not really an authoritarian. I believe in individual. I believe individuals have. I believe in things like freedom of speech.
Yeah, so
I
does he.
believe-
That's why he's a debater.
Does he?
He's debating people. He's not shutting down debate.
He wants to destroy them. I don't know. It's wishy-washy.
Their worldviews, not like them as like he doesn't want to like hurt them physically. He wants the worldview of America to be
If you
more Christian.
look, this is not complicated psychology. If you humiliate somebody publicly, they will not side with your perspective. They won't do it. It becomes a personal point of like worth to people.
I don't
What
think
he's
anybody
doing,
debating is
what he's
expected to
doing,
convert the person
look,
that they're debating. It's for the
what
audience.
what I'm doing, my approach is a lot more effective at.
Okay, so that person is on the vertical side. Let's highlight this goofy statement. We have Ned 700. Oh, Ned 7001. Remember when I caught you trying to hide your big pooey? Somebody go over to the vertical side and time that individual out. and support the stream. We only have a $50 goal, right? If you give me more than that, I would appreciate it also. So far, we're 25 down. We only need 25 more. 5 people, $5. We got 34 people in the building. Like, comment, and subscribe on the show. If you mess with your boy, give me that 25 at least. Let's let today I actually meet the goals. This last show I did, I think I got $9. The show before that, I think I got, I don't know. I don't really pressure y'all. Once I get to the certain mark, I'm bouncing. So Shicey says she's pro alphabet community.
Winning people over. It's not as fun if you're making bully content. But I mean, I'm politically apathetic. I'm not actually trying to change anybody's.
Yeah, that's what I just said. You're not really a conservative. That's why you don't care if it.
Let me see. I think he is a conservative. Let's hit him with this one.
Thank you for the money. Cheese, Betty the dough. Buddha, scratch, Skrilla, paper.
Shout out to brother Noomsy with the $5 ball. We only need 20 more to meet the goals. Appreciate it, appreciate it, appreciate it. Oh, no. Let me go back over to the vertical side. I appreciate you, Tootie Bug. We only time people out for 5 minutes over here, even when they saying dumb shit. We do not want to time anybody out for 24 hours. Let me go over there and fix that right quick. We do not want to time nobody out for 24 hours. Where is he? What's going on, DC? Young TBE trucking to what's happening? Am I on the right side? Yeah, I'm on the right side. Okay, let me see. All. Yeah. We don't block people. We don't ban people. We only time them out for like 5 minutes. And a lot of times I'm just trolling people. I'm just trolling Stanley. I know he said, the guy just said some suspect stuff right there about the pooey deal though, but we just trolling back. But thank you, Tootie. We are just trolling back. I don't know if I said thank you to Brother Noomsy, but let me say it again because I like to show people appreciation that support the channel.
Thank you for the money. Cheese, Betty, the dough. Buddha, scratch, Skrilla, paper.
Again, Brother Noomsy with the $5 ball. I appreciate it. We're only $20 down from meeting the goals kind of early in the show. I appreciate y'all for supporting me. And then with my shiesty bum talking about why would somebody support the DL and all the other stuff. I don't know how a woman thinks. I don't know about supporting somebody that's on the down low. I didn't say nothing about hiding who you are. I'm talking about imposing that stuff. It's everywhere. I understand you don't want to see yourself, but it's everywhere. It's like they're the majority. I guess it's their time.
We push forward the conservative agenda across the country, but that's actually what some of us are trying to do.
Describe that agenda.
Well, we want to promote, like you have to decide what's promoted, right? Like there's only so many shelves in City Hall where you can either put a satanic pedestal or a Christian symbol. Like we want those things promoted as Christian symbols. Why wouldn't we?
Okay.
We want the values.
What about
I'm talking about
with that
I
example,
want the values of Christianity.
What if I want neither of them? Is that a conservative or a liberal what's my position.
But how could
I
you
want
want
neither
neither of them?
religious symbol there.
Okay, but which value set do you want? Because they're
I mean,
almost
between
completely inverted.
Christians and Satanists?
Between
Satanists
the
and
right and the left. The values are almost completely inverted.
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. That's why I'm asking you, what is the conservative agenda?
Let me see. Let's show some appreciation.
Got me a couple of dollars. Guess what I'm gonna do?
Thank you to Anonymous for the Cash App. I appreciate it. We're at $15 for meeting our goals. How I'm not talking about nobody. Listen, I'm saying that I don't think you can make somebody something they're not. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that I'm looking at a damn gangster movie. I think this is about to be some gangster stuff. Next thing I know, dude push a dude, lean him over, start rant. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Now, if you let me know from the get-go, this is about to be a gay TV show, okay, maybe I can avoid it or whatever else. But it's on almost everything. They somehow sneak it in there. I watched some show about a kid that was a little nervous, trying to find his way where else. One of his friends was a gay dude. For some reason, the show was overwhelmingly about his gay friend. But I don't think nobody can make you gay. I'm just saying, if this is a gangster thing, what's all these gay dudes in this damn thing for? But I'm sure a gay person can shoot. I'm sure a gay person can squabble, can fight, and all that other stuff. But you're going to make the whole show predominantly about the gay stuff?
I hear you tell me what the points are. You use an example of
our value system and promote that value system.
I need you to explain what the value system is.
Okay, you want me to go like line by line of the values? Sure.
Yeah, give me a few
We
bullet
want to
points.
promote something like
And not just TV either. TV, movies, schools. And this is not a gay thing, but like I said, my son used to go to Oakland Military Institute. That woke shit came to the school and stopped the military men from having order and structure and all that other stuff. Because, they said that, some kids had passed away that was practicing sports but was dehydrated and whatever else. And they somehow tied that into being too harsh on kids. And instead of something being straight down the middle, this is what it is laissez-faire, is blurred. So what happened from that school being in order and had rules and doing really well, it turned into, the kids is cussing out the teacher. It became it looked like an episode of Baddies. And the loudest voice and the ones with the most drama was that community.
Instead of unaliving, right? In the terms of,
so no murder.
No. And I don't know what you can say as far as TOS. That's why I'm trying to be careful.
Smishmortion, is that what you're talking about?
Correct. No smishmortion. So here's an issue that we could take that I could show you. This is the direct inversion of something that would be our value, right? Like where we want life no matter what. And this would be child sacrifice, right? This is the opposite of this value. It's literally child sacrifice at the altar of selfishness, right? So you see how it's the inversion of the Christian value. So we want to stop that from being promoted. That would be the goal. Another one is pride, right? Pride, they take it up as a big parade, pride parade. Pride is a sin in Christianity. So again, it's an inverted value. What do we want to promote? Do we want to have pride parades? No. The honest answer is no. That's not something that in our value system that we think should be promoted as Christians. Or for me. Okay. I'll just say for me.
Okay.
But pride
We're talking about conservative. We're talking about conservative. Yeah. Right? And I think that, like I said earlier, I think even people on the left are pretty fed up with the insanity of the alphabet order. I agree. Now, here's the Smishmortion position is interesting, though, because I agree with you. I think it's a tragic situation. I think it is murder. I don't know that people understand what they're doing. I think that if you had people understand the situation, instead of getting caught up in the left-right paradigm. I actually blame the left-right paradigm, the politicization of every single thing, for a lot of abortions, because people are not taking it into proper context. The context of this is that you have a major life decision. It's a personal, if you believe in, it's a spiritual, this needs to be weighed more than just left-right. But the noise from the political riffraff is so overwhelming that women, young women who are trying to make this decision, their mindset is a political one. They have so much support cheering them on because of a political position.
Why is that?
They're because of the politicization of everything. Not everything is a left-right paradigm.
What politicized women in that way?
It's both. You get
and let me respond to this. I don't want to take the position of religion when I'm talking. I'm just saying it, and I understand they don't give a damn what I think. So as much as they can have a strong voice, I can have a strong voice. I don't want you fucking up all my shows with all that gay shit. Respectfully. But they have a right to exist. Everybody do. Who's saying that? I'm not no fucking, well, I don't want to say these names because they all triggering. I'm not talking about harming people. I'm talking about the overwhelmingness of this shit everywhere. It's overwhelming. And then when y'all try to put all men into this dominating, that's bullshit. Most of these women running these niggas. What are you talking about? Y'all sound goofy as shit.
When did that happen? I'm not saying that women.
I don't know the history. I don't know the history. I don't know the history.
They became a voting bloc.
I don't know the history.
That's the logical conclusion of giving them the right to vote. Now you have people pandering for their vote, right? That's not my fault. That's just
actually
reality.
what I do know is that men, at least initially, were more in favor of abortion than women, which makes sense because we want to not have to deal with the consequences of sex.
Tell me why
women have to either way.
Well, that's why it's a political issue, because it can be.
Get more black men on TV. How you gonna say I ride for the alphabet community, overwhelm us with gay shit, and should they exist? But so you want the gay people to exist and black men to not exist? That sounds goofy as shit. If you want people to exist, you should want all people to exist. Gay, straight, or whatever the fuck they are. Nobody talking about ending people's existence. Talking about the overwhelmingness of a minority of people having so much whatever. It was about all minorities, and we should see every damn body. Asians, everybody should be all inclusive and balanced.
It's emotional, and it can drive an emotional side of the vote. But as far as it being the inversion of a Christian,
and actors aren't thugs; they're actors. It's damn pretend.
Value. You could see how that's the case, right?
In Japan, I believe it's Japan, they don't treat this thing as a political wedge issue like we do here. They treat it as a serious decision for people to contemplate with their family if they're going to, or with whoever. But it's not treated as a political battleground. I think that is hold on, let me finish. I think that is a much healthier approach to it. I think it reduces the number of deaths that happen. And I do not care about winning some fucking culture war boner jam as much as I do care about reducing the number of women who regret having that procedure done. And if you talk to them, I can say that.
What up, Irby Fatal?
100%. Every single woman I've talked to about it who's had one has ended up regretting it. If we had this discussion with young women, what I just said, instead of turning it into a battleground where women shouldn't vote because y'all just want to murk your babies,
I'm just giving you
that
the
would
cause.
be a much more effective.
No, I'm just giving you the cause. I agree with you.
Yeah, because it's inclusive. It's not like making it like a gender thing. It's just a more understanding conversations versus just dictating some stuff. Because nobody want to be forced into nothing.
I wish that it's about what we promote. That's what I was trying to explain earlier. Like, so why is it always the Christians that are outside holding the signs praying that are demonized outside the subsmortion clinic? Like, they get arrested, they get harassed, people hate them, and they're really just saying, like,
what up, DJ Young C?
Consider what you're doing, and they're praying for the people, and they're like the demons. So what are we promoting? What are we
because of how they do it? If you run up and start screaming at a woman walking into a Planned Parenthood,
don't do that.
Some of them
they're
do.
praying sometimes. They don't even interact.
I've been to these
women are
places.
given like a guard.
You can't lie to me. I've been to Planned Parenthoods before.
So there's this whole system to stop that influence from getting in at all, and that's the problem. Yeah. So when you go to like a clinic, they'll get like a guard to meet you outside and walk you in, so you don't have to interact at all, and they don't give you any of the information that a Christian would give you. None of it. So that's what I'm saying. And that's a government-run building. So what are we?
Right. It's not a Christian building.
Huh?
It's not a Christian building.
Right. Well,
it's not a Christian building. It should not give you religious. It should not give you religious material, right? I don't think it should exist in the first place. I don't think it should exist. God damn it, this fucking mosh shouldn't exist. But just because you're like, you got to have enough self-awareness to recognize if you start putting your religious material in places, the Muslims are right behind you, and I'm pretty sure you like them less than you like us agnostics.
On some issues, yeah. On some.
Also,
issues.
let's be realistic about what happens outside Planned Parenthood. Most Christians are doing the thing. They're not aggressive like that. Some are.
Oh, let me see. To simplify, they're talking about deletion of life. I know people don't care about, a lot of people don't care about deleting life, but ultimately that's what the whole thing breaks down to. You can call it 1,000 other things, but that's what it breaks down to. What's going on? Jim Crow. And this whole thing about caring is the problem. The problem is nobody gives a fuck about nothing and they're individualistic. And if you don't care about shit, I don't know what the arguments be. You want to have a we don't give a fuck about nothing argument? You had a right to say that. Cool. Some people do care though. And they passionately care. And that's the thing. We think we a monolith and we all gonna think the same. We're not. We're not gonna ever think the same. It's always gonna be something.
And that's why they're supposed to stay at the street off of the private property, right? For the privacy of the women. That's reasonable. If the women want to engage with them, they can go to the sidewalk and they can talk to them. I'll tell you, when my ex got pregnant with our daughter, we always had this kind of understanding, like it's not yet. If she got pregnant, we'd just take care of it, right? We don't really believe in abortion, but we'll get it done. When she got pregnant, luckily, both of us knew that was not really an option, right? For whatever reason, we're just both like, it's not happening. We did go to Planned Parenthood to ask about options because we'd heard all these things. Oh, they provide more than just abortions. They don't. They were basically like, when you want to sign up for an abortion, come back. The people on the sidewalk were weird and creepy. What was awesome and helpful was across the street, not coming and screaming in your face, across the street from Planned Parenthood, there's a church. And you could go and knock on the back door and they would give you blankets and diapers and shit like that, right? I don't remember where I was going to land with it, but my point is that, like, you're trying to change minds. The culture war that you claim that you want to win, that you're about, you need to change minds because you can't just kill the other side.
Yeah, but I don't think it's the actual person that you're debating that's going to change their mind. I think it's everyone else that's listening. That's who you're trying to capture, because usually the person that's willing to get up there and debate these issues is pretty locked in, like you said. And after a verbal thrashing, they're unlikely to come over to your side, as you said. That is unlikely. So, but I don't think that means we should stop having public discourse in any way. And your point, it was exactly what I was trying to say about the Planned Parenthood. When you go in there, that's all they do is those things. Is we know what they do there. Only that one thing. They say they do other stuff, but it's really just that. So of course they want to shield outside forces from stopping them from doing that. They make money off of it.
Now, in all fairness, since then, this is my daughter's. This has been like 17 years, right? Since then, there are other. I think that the one that we went to was just a shitty one in like Boone, Missouri. There are other Planned Parenthoods that do other things. The fact of the matter though is
and like let's talk to DJ Young C. DJ Young C, you might not give a fuck about nothing. And you might want to believe that nobody else gives a fuck about nothing. That's extreme, brother. That's extreme. A lot of people care. They just don't have no power. A lot of people care about their environment. They care about their streets. They care about their family members, all other shit. They just don't have no power. People that care about you, when you do too much, most likely what they're going to say to you is, I'm going to love you from afar. Because you're willing to drag everybody down. Not you, DJ Young C, but people in general. The people that don't care destroy every fucking thing. I hate having a boat and I'm trying to get somewhere while somebody's around me stabbing holes in a fucking boat. That don't make sense to you? I want everybody on the boat on the same page so we build together. How the fuck you gonna have anything if you don't care from the offset? And if you believe nobody cares? But I understand what you're saying. You don't care, so you think nobody else cares. That's dangerous. That's scary. That's what that argument was the other day about. A motherfucker who hate black people, but he a black person, come going out of his way to talk some fuck shit. Why you going? But I do understand why they go out of the way. They want everybody to be miserable. I understand. I've understood since I was a teenager. I don't like being around motherfuckers that's miserable and want to make everybody else miserable. And then had these weird ass fucking, like I've been watching Adrian Broner and Dean. I be hearing some of the shit that Adrian Broner be saying. I be like, what the hell is he talking about? Because at the end of the day, this guy came and got you from wherever, and now you got some money, and now you down there damn near deleting yourself because you cannot stop drinking. Y'all said y'all was gonna get locked in and work out. You start working out, what, the second day? You said you was gonna, he said he was gonna be a vegan for 2 weeks. Then they caught him eating the chicken off the damn thing that the Mexican dude came there and cooked for him. Then later on, they caught him on camera with a bag of Popeyes. You can't keep telling these viewing audience people you're gonna do X, Y, and Z and then don't come through. That's why they supporting you. They thought it was gonna be a redemption story. You lied to them. And because of that, sponsors was lost. And then your aggressive attitude towards women and whatever else is once again costing y'all sponsors. And then you keep saying everybody's trying to blame you. No, brother, but it's nothing they can do to stop him from doing it because he stands in it 10 toes down that he's the problem. So he's just going to be our problem. And I think that's fucked up towards Dean and everybody else in that place. Because they want something good for him that he don't even want. I don't even need AB to box again, but get as healthy as you possibly can get. You 36.
An issue here, right? We both don't like shmushmortion, but we do have an issue with men knocking up women and then not taking care of the situation. Yeah, that is a men's issue first. If you believe men lead, then you have to look at the shmushmortion issue, the single mother issue, and you have to say, this is our fucking issue. This is men's issue. This is not the women's issue because they're following our lead.
Yeah, but you can't do that. The whole thing, why do you, there's a whole propaganda campaign. It's called Women's Right to Choose. What are you going to do? Start going around telling them it's our issue? That's not going to work, dude. Like
women, that's why I'm talking to you, because we're men and this is our fucking issue, but you don't acknowledge that it's your issue.
I'm not saying it's not our issue. I'm saying we can't take it on.
And this is where my actual conservativeness is going to come out. Women want to follow strong men that they trust. They actually want you to lead. They don't want to have to make these decisions themselves.
There's a way to do it, though. You have to. That's why the Christian. See, what you're talking about is having a submissive woman, and it has to be promoted in society. Have you ever seen Pearl Davis, where she stands outside with the sign, and it's like, should Christian women obey their husband? And she like stands outside churches. Have you seen that or no?
Yeah.
So this one lady was actually like, yes. Even all these Christian women in America, they like have a problem with the word obey. But it was like a Nigerian woman, and she was like, yes, they should coming out of the church. And Pearl asked her, like, is that like a cultural thing from where you're from? And she was like, yes, where I'm from, all the women are submissive to their husbands. It's better this way. Like she was just, it was, and then the husband was very nice. He didn't say one word. He was saying that the woman talked the whole time. He didn't say a word. So I'm just saying that her culture promotes that. Ours doesn't. So what do we want to promote?
Don't you think that nature comes into play?
The promotion comes into play also, though. It's very powerful.
There are lots of submissive women in the West. I've found several of them.
Yeah,
there's lots of them.
They don't exist. But I'm saying it's not what's generally promoted.
It's not what. That's why this is a men's issue. You, the man, have to be stronger than just like her fucking sociology textbook. It's not a high hurdle. But women have to trust you, and you have to have confidence in yourself, right? Like if men step up and be the thing, so women don't have. Do you think women don't really want to fucking work? Nobody wants to work. I don't want feminism.
That's the opposite of that. We're telling women that they need to go get their own career and that they don't need a man and they could do it. That's what we're telling women.
Yeah, but they
not
want
to have a family, to get a career first, have a family. What'd you say?
But they want men. Women want men.
Well,
men
that's
want
why they
women.
end up unhappy.
There's a natural order to things
because it's a lie.
It's not 100% of the time, but most of the time it involves men leading. And I think that for 95%.
It's a lie. So that's why we don't want to promote that ideology. We want to promote ideologies that we believe are true. Feminism is a lie. Whoever fooled that first woman into thinking it's better to sit in a cubicle all day, holy shit.
Well, that was an economic necessity.
It's better to sit in a cubicle all day than it is to stay home. You're a fucking moron. You're a moron.
No, I agree.
I
agree. And it was an economic necessity. But look, what I'm saying is you don't need the institutional needs are more taxpayers, right? This is just an economic reality. This is not feminism overtaking economics. Math always wins at the end of the day. The system needs more workers and more taxpayers, but they're fighting an uphill battle against human nature. And so we don't need to change the system. That would be a death blow to the system. What we need to change is men. Men need to step up into the role that they want to be in and that women want to be in. want them to be in, and then things will just naturally follow.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what we're trying to promote.
And I guess that's what I'm saying. Like, fighting women is the wrong way to combat feminism, because they're still stuck in a paradigm in which men, they cannot trust men to lead them because men are too busy fucking fighting them.
Yeah, but that's the only way to start it. It may be a long process.
That's fucking feminism. This is what they teach if you think it's men versus women, you're a feminist.
I don't think it's men. No, I think to take on feminism, you have to debate feminists.
Or you got to make women feel comfortable to take a following rule. Look, motherfucker, I'm telling you, the most blue-haired, freaky-ass, liberal Antifa lesbian still wants to fuck a Proud Boy at the end of the day.
Yeah, did you hear that? Yo, no joke, this is true. The girl that runs the Southern Poverty Law Center, she was like banging the neo-Nazi dude that was like the informer for her. Like the leading, she like runs that Southern Poverty Law Center, which is like a social justice law center, super left-wing. And she had an informant from who's like a neo-Nazi that was bringing her information, and they were fucking. Like,
because they're both racist. They're both racist.
Yeah, it's wild.
Just like I'm saying here, both are feminists, right? The opposition to feminism is not fighting feminists or fighting women. It's working with women and recognizing that these women are not your enemy. They're your best help, right? They complete you. They're complement.
Yeah, the normal ones we have to work with, of course. I mean, like, my girl's not a feminist. She thinks like, so there are normal girls that we work with.
What country did you get her from?
What'd you say? No, she's American.
Okay, I was just curious.
She'll come on stream sometime. But yeah,
shout out to her, and shout out to mine as well.
Yeah, yours as well. I was just gonna say, I gotta take off.
No, you didn't fight her, right? You didn't get her by fighting her.
No, of course not.
We're both in traditional relationships with women who, I don't know if you want to call it obedient or submissive or something that's less, really kind of off-putting, right? Whatever it is. We're both in traditional relationships with women who are not crazy feminists.
Yeah.
And I think that what worked for us is not fighting women about their feminist positions. It's, look, you don't need it. If you want to maintain your feminist ideology, that's fine. Do it the fuck over there. I'm not doing the shit with you, right?
But what are we going to promote? What are we going to promote? That's what I'm saying. Like right now, 9 out of 10 professors in universities are on the left. We want it to be 9 out of 10 on the right.
Your lifestyle. Your lifestyle promotes things. Your word just adds, I don't know.
Yeah, but why do they get 9 out of 10 professors? Why can't we have 9 out of 10 professors? Why do they get it? I don't want to cede that ground to them. Why can't
if you can't like, this just does not seem like an insurmountable this obstacle. This 9 out of 10 professors. I went to college. I got a bachelor's degree. Didn't affect me. I knew a few super liberals. They're, but like,
yeah. But
so what? There's always fringes. There's always weird fringes.
When did you go to college?
I graduated in 2009.
Yeah, so that's around the same time I was in college. It was not like it is today.
I don't know. I went for economics, which is a pretty conservative field.
I was in DC, and I didn't have any of those like super liberal professors or classes or ideology pushed on me at all. And this was around 2008, same time. Yeah. I think that came out later, like post Obama.
People were having the same bitching points when I went there. You could see it in like the humanities department. I played rugby when I was younger, and there's a women's rugby team, and those were all like bull dykes, right? So they were there. It was there. It's always been a sub.
Yeah, it's always been around my whole life. That's why when people say that, I go, no, it's always been around. It just wasn't overwhelming. Like when I was younger, they had a TV show called Soap. And on that show, what's his name? The comedian that used to do those fundraisers with Robin Williams and Whoopi Goldberg. Somebody, what's that guy's name? He starred in those Forget About It movies with him and De Niro. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Billy Crystal, thank you. Billy Crystal was a gay character in Soap. I watched Soap. It wasn't overwhelming. I watched Bosom Buddies. Them was just dudes pretending to be women so they could live at a place for cheap. Same thing with Three's Company. Jack was supposed to be pretending to be, see what I'm saying? It was always around, the Village People, all this stuff. Sylvester, I know all this stuff. It just wasn't overwhelming. My mom had gay friends. I live in Oakland. There's gay folks around. I don't go looking for gay folks to bother them or interrupt them from doing whatever they're doing. In fact, when I went back to school from 2007 to 2009, where while I was in school, my son was in childcare, and there was a bunch of alphabet community there. A lady who was taking her hormones to get a beard on. I don't mess with them people. I say hello to them. I treat them just like anybody else. I'm just saying it should be overwhelming.
culture. It's just not the norm. It's not overtaking the norm.
But
There's this paper tiger that people like Rachel and Andrew Wilson say, oh, feminists. No, it's just not that big. It's not that big a thing. And the
people don't
mindset.
realize how left-leaning universities have become. You know, these kids are coming out hating their parents, fucking blue hair.
Kids hating their parents is not new.
Yeah, but this is different. They hate America. You see when they do those interviews on college campuses, the fucking kids hate America.
It's kind of the regular, because that's what colleges are teaching you. They're either teaching you how to be conservative, liberal, or feminist, or woke, or whatever else. So yeah, they don't like older people either, including their parents. That's a part of the school, right? School is teaching you to have your own brain, supposedly. It's supposed to be provoking you to think.
Like, why are we teaching them that? Why are our college kids coming? Why can't kids read? Even in high school, you see the videos going around where they give the kids the piece of paper, like, here, read this, and they can't read it. Don't you think that's fucking pathetic?
I think that's entertainment.
But I think kids really can't read.
Do you agree with this? Let me read this to you and tell me if you agree. There is no other revolutionary social change that compares to the rise of modern feminism and the infinite impact it has had on the way people think, live, and organize society.
There's no other ideology, it said?
There is no other revolutionary social change that compares to the rise of modern feminism and the infinite impact it has had on the way people think, live, and organize society.
I would extend that umbrella to just modern liberalism. But yeah, I think feminism is a big part of that. It's a big part of like dividing men and women.
No.
Which is a big cultural
There is
problem.
no other. It is the single most important social change. Do you agree with that?
Since the 50s?
No, it's
Since the 40s?
At all. Do you want me to read it again?
No, I'm just saying, like,
Shout out to Flo. Shout out to Flo. The last statement you made, DJ, I agree with you. Idealistically, though, it's supposed to be teaching you how to think. But no, they're telling you what to think. So I agree with you there. Let me see. That's all good. Close this. All eyes on me. Live my life as a thug nigga till the day I die. Damn, I messed it up that quickly. Is it over here? It is. I know who that is. Yee. Let me see. It's just, there it is. My goodness. And it's some, pretty interesting people in this space, man. And sometimes they be doing the most. Not the most. The most. Stop. Let me see. Matters of facts. Let's do this here. On group. Shout out to Flo. Make sure we have his link in the description. And I'll be looking out for that Wilson Owen debate. Some people just know they have a swag and a flow and they know how to have these discussions, and It's interesting, if nothing else. So we're going over here to Pop Out TV to look at Bomb talk to the Trinity girl, who I call the new Anna, or maybe she was around before Anna, but I call her the new Anna. Let's see now.
Nasty ass fucking bitch. I don't understand. I'm not never letting that crackhead ass motherfucking bitch on my shit again. You crackhead ass motherfucking bitch. You was a nasty hoe. You nasty ass, trifling ass, stinky ass bitch. You got to stay off that crack, you crack hoe. Motherfucking nasty bitch. The triflingest motherfucking hoe. And you know what's make you so nasty, bitch? It's only 4:40 on the East Coast. Motherfucking kids be on YouTube. And your nasty motherfucking skanky ass, motherfucking ass probably want some children to look at you, you raggedy fucking nasty bitch. Now you lucky I only got a warning, hoe. But don't come to my shit no more, you skanky fucking hoe. You's about a nasty trifling bitch. Probably like them fucking kids. We already know you like them young bitch. I didn't know you would do no shit like that. It's enough, listen. Nobody want to see no crackhead ass titties, bitch. Definitely don't. That was all women up here except Kills. You could have sent that nigga some pictures of your titties, bitch. Why would you do that on YouTube? You about a nasty, ain't shit ass bitch. Of course, I know that shit now. I know that shit. But you know, remember, she did that shit before, but it was more of a mistake. Today, what she did, because that's why when I know it was her, I turned off cameras, right? But then she's like, well, let me show this. And then I heard she say armpits. I'm like, well, why do you want to show your armpits? And then I said, well, don't show your titties. Now, the problem with that bitch is that she thinks she can force motherfuckers into wanting to be with her. But bitch, my titties prettier than yours, ho. You got pink nipples, bitch. See, my titties are prettier than yours. So you ain't gonna show me your titties and think you gonna sway me your motherfucking way. Most of these motherfuckers don't want to see your titties. And the niggas who might want to see your titties, bitch, send them a picture. But it is in the broad daylight with children. And your ass decide to say, how I'm gonna turn your camera on, bitch? You the one who turned your camera on. And then she gonna say, well, she said, let me turn on my camera, right? I said, well, make sure you dress, right? Then she said, well, I'm going to show my armpits. But by then, I had allowed her to turn the camera on, right? Which means I got to either allow everybody or take it away from everybody. There's no way where I can individually give people permission. By the time she's showing the armpits, I'm like, well, I don't know if anybody wants to see your armpits, but okay, right? She want to show that ragged-ass mop on her motherfucking head and that ragged-ass mop under her arms. That's her business. And this bitch gonna say, well, turn on my cam so my titties. And then the bitch put her titties on camera and squeeze them together. I don't want to see your whole ass titties, bitch. And listen, they're not pretty, bitch. Okay? They just titties. But I don't know why you would do that in broad daylight on a fucking panel where it's open to just anybody to see. Now, if you had informed me you want to do some adult type of shit, bitch,
My goodness. My goodness. Yeah, a titty beef. Yeah. I don't think it's a titty beef. It's you did something, they got a warning on my channel or dinged it. Same thing I was saying the other day. You did something that can get me a warning or get me dinged. And now that you got to get 8,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers, it ain't gonna be easy to have that second channel now. It ain't gonna be easy.
Will send you over there. The OnlyFans hoe. You know damn well you can't do no shit like that on YouTube. You can't do it on Instagram. Bitch, why did you do that shit? Crackhead ass motherfucking bitch. Yeah, that was not a slip. She did that shit out. And it took me too long. She probably the one who reported me. Because I tried my best to go and hurry up. And when I ended that shit, I tried my fucking best to go and delete it. By the time I was about to hit the delete button, I got a notification, bitch, from YouTube, okay? YouTube, them titties came out. YouTube saw that shit. Maybe nobody reported me. Maybe somebody did. I just couldn't get that fast enough because I'm signed under 2 accounts at the same time. You raggedy ass motherfucking bitch. Girl, you can't find nowhere else to go show your body off. Listen, I can assure you there will be more than 1,000 motherfuckers willing to see your body. Okay? Now I ain't got no doubt. I ain't got no hate in me. Go show your body somewhere where you can. Live free, bitch. While you come on here acting like you a motherfucking religious, and then you got your goddamn titties and pussy out. Look, I said titsy. I done put her tits and pussy together. Okay? This bitch, listen, this bitch would have her pussy out if she could. Or if I would have let her be up here long enough, yes. She's a raggedy ass, skanky ass motherfucking bitch. Not because, she want to show her body up, but because she got her own fucking channel where she could go and show her fucking body. And you know what I've never seen her do? Show her titties on her motherfucking channel. But she come over here acting like she fucks with me, but then pulls her fucking nasty ass, dried up, shriveled up, looking like a raisin ass motherfucking titties on my shit. You raggedy bitch. You sun-fried ass bitch. Yo, that bitch be over there with any kind of nigga can fuck her. All you gotta do is ask her where she at. Have some money. Okay?
You gotta have some money too. That's crazy work. Like, comment, and subscribe, y'all. We need subscribers. We need your likes. That's the other way you can support. Like, comment, and subscribe. We got a good little chat popping off. Yeah. And also, let me play a little song for y'all like I do. A little reminder that I need my friends to help out too. LA, send your boy a couple dollars. I know you, you're a CEO. I got a CEO buddy that won't send me no scratch, y'all. Let me see.
Must be this money.
Get the money. Get the money. Oh, don't forget the money.
Yeah, where the cash at? Where the cash at?
You think you gon' pay me?
I need a dollar, that's what I need.
Hello, bro. I'm trying to get the money. Talk to me about money.
Where is the money?
We need our money.
Don't you think it's about time you gave me my money?
Support the situation. Is money is love.
You could donate on PayPal now, and you can donate on the Cash App.
Thank you very much. All right.
Yeah. $KNIGHT. PayPal.me/IDLNO. Venmo is at KNIGHTISH1. Please support. We close to the goal. We 15 minutes away from the goal. Mess with your boy. Come mess with your boy. I'm not gonna be here for long. I'm not gonna eat a whole lot into Sharon time. I'm gonna be back early today though. I got a little bit I got a whole lot of stuff to do, but I'm gonna be back early today. I'm gonna be on probably about 1, 2. What's going on, Unc man? Long time no see, bro. Let me see. So this is bomb going off on Trinity. See something right quick. She going off because the lady flashed on the channel. Then right after that, she got a warning. To understand my demands, I gave a warning. I wanted the governor, y'all, and plus the warden to know that I was innocent. And plus a militant. Posing a threat, you bet it's fucking up the government. Here we go. Six days ago. So that's all that's over there. Let me see.
Raggedy hoe. They was quicker than a motherfucker, Letitia. I had nothing I was able to do. Oh, I ended that shit. and look, I was over here so nervous. I tried so bad. I tried so fast. Now, damn, I got to figure out a way to fight that. But it's just a warning. Now, this is the thing. See, if I had already had a warning, I wouldn't have been able to go live for 7 days. That's how raggedy that bitch is. This channel is 5 years old. And I remember I have beat everything they put at me. The one thing I can't fight is her titties coming out. I'm gonna have to talk to someone and mention that a hoe came on my channel. Okay? If I can talk to someone, I'll get that warning on. But yeah, and this is the thing. This is the thing, Trinity, and I know you listening, you crackhead hoe. You know, I protect my channel from those I don't know. And then you, as a sneaky backstabbing ass, worse than white people ass bitch, you know that I know you, right? So I say, well, Trinity would not do that. But like you said, you would rather fight me than to fight a white bitch. You'd rather come on my channel and destroy it than to go where you say they beneath you. You're not even gonna sweat on them. You're not gonna throw it on them. Them bitches could beat your ass and you ain't even got time for it. They call you.
Let me see. Trinity Time Travel, LO Unc man. Trinity Time Travel. That's the young lady's name. Make sure we get that link in the description also. Right here with it. Right here with it. Back to the Andrew Wilson talk.
For you, and then we close. Do you think Marvin view
Well, you have a lot of closeout. You got a lot of questions to close out.
I know. So you have a perspective, and he has a perspective. We already agreed.
Right.
That's why
Correct.
I ask you: is Marvin chimping out? Right. My assessment is, I think you were treated probably very close to the best you ever had. If we take Taz out of the inclusion on a mostly black panel without going left, right? I believe that we did a good job. Like you have the image over there and everything is tagged. Like it's impeccable, right?
You mean out of all the panels that I've done, or just like specifically with yours?
Not all the panels.
This one right here, he told, Taz, could he calm down? And Taz calmed down because Taz could have went in and stayed, with the back and forth. But he was honoring the panel that he was on, and he backed off. And then the person who went all the way was Myron. You and Myron, the guests. Y'all the ones that did too much. Yes, that's what I saw.
But panels that have a racially charged debate in a racially charged place. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, hang on. I think it was fine. I think he treated me fine. That's not in dispute.
So my question is, my
Yeah.
question is, do you think Myron's interpretation of how you were treated was wrong?
From my view or from his view?
Yes, from your view, do you think his interpretation that we were going at you and mistreating you and all these things, do you think his interpretation of events was wrong?
Yeah, I do think that that you were doing the game where you're like, hey, don't do that, but kind of you can do that. I do think you were doing that, but that has no bearing on whether or not I would be on a panel or think I was treated fine or whatever. I think that that's just part of the way that you run content. So yeah, I think his interpretation was fair. Yeah, I think it was.
Yes,
and I think that his interpretation of coming in to troll the shit out of you was fair too.
Hey, Andrew, if I was a debate bro, I would say prove it.
I don't have no wine for LA. I don't got no wine fund no more. I got my own wine fund to collect. When do you even come on your channel anymore? You a CEO, sir? Spread the blessings. Hey, CJ Brooks. My good YouTube associate say he got a wine fund, and I know he smokes cigars and drinks good scotch whiskey.
Hey, Andrew, you know how much money, Andrew?
This is vibe. Well, these are vibes, though.
No,
how am I supposed to prove a
I know.
vibe?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to be difficult. I'm just saying, Andrew, we lost so much money because big content creators come around, try to whip their ass, and we stopped it in the beginning. So much money. I can literally show to everybody, to my crowd and all that, the running-ins we had with big people, with Cooley, with Pearly, with Angry Man, with Anton, with Andrew. The fact that my track record and our lead track record,
like long term,
is immaculate, and you're like, this is how you run content.
That's a bad argument for two reasons. The first reason that's a bad argument is because I do think that you would agree with me that long term, as a smaller content creator, you would have to establish boundaries or you're going to get run over by people. Yes. And so it might lose you a little money in the short term, but it's probably going to make you more money in the long term. And remember, you're a brilliant businessman and you're looking at the long-term goal. And so I think you're looking at the long-term profits there. So I don't think that it's just you being consistent based around some moral principle, but I think that it's consistency based around the fact that you're going to make more money in the long term. That's the first thing.
Shout out. And where is the royalty? No, hear me out. No, Brian Barwell. Where's the royalty at? It's the weekend. I don't think I've seen a lot of them this week. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to play the King song. Even though he ain't been here. Naomi start midnight. Midnight. Here it is. Let's blast it. Let's blast it. Yo, Echo, turn it up. Turn off loop. I'm in love with the cocoa.
Well, they say every kingdom needs a king, but this one never wore no clean white gloves. Name's Ryan Bardwell, king of the lair. Ryan Bardwell rode through the valley, black horse underneath, old steel hanging from his saddle, gold crown underneath his hat brimmed deep. Castle sitting on the hillside, outlaws drinking by the fire. Sheriff came looking for the wrong man, never made it past the lair. He got knights posted at the doorway, wanted men around the bar, playing dice beside the drawbridge while the moon hangs over the yard. He's the king of the lair, better know when you walk in there. Outlaw blood and a gangster stare. Ryan Bardwell, king of the lair. Near the king of the lair, dust on his boots, smoke in the air, crown on his head like he just don't care. Ryan Bardwell, king of the lair. He ain't riding with no posse, that's his army coming through. Cowboys mixed with armored knights, all dressed in black and blue. Got a six string in the tavern, got a blacksmith making steel, got some gamblers counting silver and some riders making deals. He'll drink whiskey with the peasants, he'll break bread with the thieves, but disrespect the later order kingdom, you'll be kindly asked to leave. No telephone, no internet, just ravens carrying messages and a bounty on your head. Welcome to the lair. He's the king of the lair. Better know when you walk in there. Outlaw blood and a gangster stare. Ryan Bardwell, king of the lair. Yeah, the king of the lair. Dust on his boots, smoke in the air, crown on his head like he just don't care. Ryan Bardwell, king of the lair. So when that drawbridge starts coming down and them horses start kicking up dust, tip your hat. Ryan Bardwell's in town. The outlaw, the gangster, the cowboy king, king of the lair.
Shout out to the king. What's going on, Deucey?
And then the second issue that you have there is you do run panels that way. You want there to be conflict on your panel. I get it. Makes sense, right? We have opposing views. There's necessarily going to be content.
Yes.
But when you say, yeah, you can make the racist remark. No, you can't. Okay, he did it again. Okay, he did it again. We'll just let it slide this time. Like, yeah, of course people are going to get the wrong idea and the wrong view there. Of course. And it's totally fair for them to.
They already had the idea before they got into the show, and this is what I actually don't agree on the premise.
Well, that's just I don't know where you're coming up with that.
It was not that these people saw how we treated you and they decided to chimp out. They already decided we were. They already decided we were. They already decided that we are going to lambast you because you are white. So it was just, let me look for an excuse to do exactly what I want to do from the get-go. And you know, I know that because while you were on the back streaming, I had my people super, like, go and see your chat to see how people were behaving. and without nothing, no stream, I didn't even play the music. They were going crazy already before it even started. And Myron got the same thing. Before Myron saw any type of insult towards you, he was calling me a foreigner. He was saying, oh, look at those. You can literally go look at the tape. Like Myron looking for an excuse to fight. And
yeah,
he got owned, and now he's mad.
But how does that?
Okay.
How does that negate anything I said, though? That still wouldn't negate anything.
Oh my goodness. Friday. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be on early in hours from now. But yeah, I think I'm gonna be on early. Shout out to this show. You want to see the original show though, where Taz was on there and Myron and Andrew and all of them, and they rage quit. I think this is the show where he came back to apologize for that behavior. Let's see. Yes. Y'all can go see Fatty. Talking about all of this stuff. I didn't reach my goal again. We're at the 3-hour mark. I'm down $15. I got close to it. I'm grateful for the likes, even though I don't got that many likes. I think that everybody came and participated in the chat. Yeah. Friday, y'all. Be great.
We'll shut this motherfucker down.
That's all, folks.